Okay, guys, so the first site we're going to talk about in the case studies is a really funny, quirky little site. And it's more of a testament, not so much to site design, which it's completely random site design almost, but there's some cool little keys to site design you'll get to pick up as well. But it's more so just a testament to the power of these links if you use them the right way. Because it's just an absolute, almost a mess of a site. And you can see there's other SEO sites. We're not the only site really competing for these keywords. You can see there's a few of them out here. This guy usually ranks really well in this area, and you can see there's other few sites that are optimized for this. So it's not like we're just ranking by complete accident and there's nothing else coming back in the search. But this search ranks first for rhinoplasty Plano, rhinoplasty Allen. You can see right there. I believe Dallas rhinoplasty. You can see the site right there. If you type in Dallas rhinoplasty surgery, more importantly, I think that's the biggest search anyways. You can see right there, showing up really good right there. You type in rhinoplasty surgery cost. Absolutely smoking that search, and it's a pretty decent sized search. And even if you type in Texas rhinoplasty, it absolutely just kind of eats shop on that. I believe if you type in rhinoplasty surgeons, which is what a lot of people type in, still eating it up right there. So you can see the site ranks really, 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 really well. You can throw on virtually any type of combination of the keywords it's ranking for too, and it shows up like that as well. So it's not really like we're just ranking for those keywords. They're extremely broad. We can type in, you know, surgeons, nose job, Plano. And the thing just eats it up. It just shows up for everything related to nose jobs and rhinoplasty in the local area. And it's a really good example, guys, of a site that you can just literally rent out. I get into this a lot more in the pure ROI tactics, so I'm not going to explain the whole entire theory behind this type of website. But basically, this site took about 2 PR links to rank. I'm going to dig into the links right now. It might have taken 3, but it took about 2 PR links to rank. And that is literally it. Now the thing is, guys, you see this page right here, rhinoplasty surgery Plano, nose job Plano. If I rent this out to a surgeon, let's just say I rent it out for 99 bucks per month. If he gets one client throughout the entire course of the year, it will have paid for itself almost 20 times over. I'm not doing the math in my head. It's like 2 a.m. right now. I'm super tired. But a rhinoplasty surgery will make about $8,000 per surgery. This right here, if I rent it out for 99 bucks per month, at that point in time right there, it's just an absolute no-brainer. It costs $1,200 a year for the chance to get one client who will pay for it 8 times over. So it's pretty hard for them to say no to, and basically all I do with these types of sites, I've made another site like in the past, got to about $1,000 a month within 5 days. Been very lazy with this site, but I'm just using it as a case study really. But all I have to do at that point in time, whip out the yellow pages, pay an outsourcer, just call people up and say, hey, do you want the first spot on Google? When they say yes, send them a PayPal link, put their information on there. So that's kind of the theory behind a site like this. That's why I would target keywords like this. It's called high-end, low-search niches. Now, what I want to show you is kind of more of these sites linking. I'm going to be showing you this for every site we go through. You can see right here, this is how the site looks from an overhead view, and it's a complete silly mess. The one thing I really want you to notice, guys, is the pages that don't have any links going to them fail to show up. For example, if you type in Plano nose job, Dallas nose job, Dallas-Fort Worth rhinoplasty, I'll show you this really quickly. Let's just type in Plano nose job, which you can see right here. You see the site shows up, but we don't see the Plano nose job page showing up. There's a page on the side of this because it has no links going to it. You notice it has no inner page links as well, even though it's connected to the site. You can also see the pages Dallas-Fort Worth rhinoplasty. Let's just type in Fort Worth rhinoplasty. Not doing well at all because I'm pretty sure it's on the second page. Maybe not even there. There you go, right there. Fort Worth, not doing nearly as hot as the other page. Same thing with Dallas nose job. I don't think we show up anywhere very highly for that at all. So the one thing you really want to pick up, just from a case study point of view, when we're looking at how the links are going through the site, and especially when we cover it on later on, how important it is to control the link juice going through our site. Just building silos doesn't ensure every page is going to rank. I believe this is on page 3 when we're going through it. I don't even know. It's deep in there, deep. But the thing is, all the pages that have links going to it, you can see if we go to the home page right here. Let's just go back to this Dallas rhinoceros plasty surgery. I'll just go back to the homepage. You can see the homepage. Every page of the homepage links out to, guys. Any moment now. You can see at the very bottom right here. Links out to Dallas rhinoplasty. Links out to Dallas Fort Worth rhinoplasty. Links out to nose job. But you can see all the pages from the site all end back at the rhinoplasty almost every single one. The plano rhinoplasty also links to it as well. So that's why I believe that this is why the rhinoplasty page, Dallas rhinoplasty, is a pretty competitive term, and we're absolutely smoking that term, because every single form of link juice on the site ends up back on this page right here. This home page right here, I know this is going to get a little bit confusing, also links to this page right here, also links to this page right here. So link juice goes through the entire site, and Google can see the big overall broad topic, like the robots go through, and it's organized in that way. And all this link juice really ends up at the Dallas rhinoplasty page. What's really funny about the Allen rhinoplasty page right here, you can just see plano nose job just links to the Allen rhinoplasty, which is a much less competitive keyword. On top of that, there's no links going to the plano nose job page, but just that link, like I talked about before, links on your site count as backlinks. So just this link right here managed to get the Allen rhinoplasty page ranking extremely well. For example, we go and type in Allen rhinoplasty, and it's not nearly as competitive as plano rhinoplasty or it's not nearly as competitive as plano rhinoplasty or Allen rhinoplasty or anything like that. Not nearly. But you can see it picks up all these pages right here, especially because I've ordered them in kind of... you can see what's really cool about this really quick. You can see what I've picked up Google likes to do is they'll pick up the inner pages right here that are like the child pages right here. So you can see the child pages right here. It creates that kind of broad picture. So again, ranking sites by niche and so forth. So that's just a cool thing. You can see the inner pages right here. Rhinoplasty Allen is the like kind of home page for that. And you can see Google magically went out there and kind of created the Allen page, Allen rhinoplasty kind of topic header right there. But the funny thing is there's only one page in the site linking to this, and there's no links going to this page right here. So you can kind of see just how powerful the links we have going to our site are, and how we link through our site is powerful to what's going on. The Allen rhinoplasty page also links all the way back to Dallas. Now, backlinking wise, we only have, what I would do is I would link to this page, I would link to this page, and I would link to Dallas rhinoplasty right here. These are the three pages I would link to in that same pattern I showed you before. Let me go and pull up one of these sites so you can see exactly how I linked out to it. Alright guys, so what I want to show you really quickly is just where the links, how I built the links to the site. Now, I'm not going to go dig through my entire network and find them, but you can see really simply, this is a site about guitars. Not even so much about guitars, alright? And you can see right here, just because the site isn't relevant, I link right here to the rhinoplasty page, right here to the Dallas page. It's ranking really well. Again, doing incredibly well just from that. Literally, that's just the only links I built there. And you can go through, and we just jump into another blog, and you just see I follow the same exact linking strategy right here. You can see just here's the link right here, and it's just boom right there. The article is not relevant. It's not anything about it. I'm just using the PR of the sites and the strategies I've shown you, and that's what has allowed me to get all these rankings right here. So not really a lot of link juice needed to do this type of stuff right here, guys, and this is why this strategy right here is incredible if you're just getting started, because you don't need an army of PR sites to do that. Both those sites I showed you are not high PR sites. They're like 2s and a 3. That's all you really need to go out there and build those types of rankings out there. And that's why you can also use like maybe 2 PR or 3 sites. You can rank literally 4 or 5 sites just like this from those 2 sites and go out there and do incredibly well with that. So just really wanted to break down how easy this type of strategy is, how simple the sites have to be. Let's just go over real quick what the actual on-page SEO looks like. Let me go and let's go look at the plano rhinoplasty, because I'm going to show you just a few key points. Now, this site is over-optimized to a certain extent. It's a very bad example of how to do our site, but I want to show you kind of the basic stuff I did to make sure there wasn't much duplicate content on the page. You can see, instead of actually going out there and writing all this on my page every time, I made it an image every single time and renamed it. So there's no duplicate content on the site, there's just images. And then I would also go and add a little snippet about plano rhinoplasty surgeons, or I'd add a snippet about what the page is about at the bottom of the page, and I would just basically do that. Very, very simple. I literally copy and paste the same stuff on every single page of the site. It's comically bad. So if this site can start ranking, well, then any site can. Alright, this is the first of many case studies we have coming your way. And this is basically the simplest, kind of funniest one. We got some cooler ones coming your way here in 2 seconds. All right, talk soon. Okay, guys, so this is the second case study I want to talk to you guys about because it's really just funny case study. Now you can see SourceWave right here is ranked first in Google for the search SEO outsourcing. Now, I'm going to be getting into a few other searches where we're ranked first in like the cities and stuff for SEO outsourcing or SEO service, anything really in those cities. But the big thing I want you to take away from this, guys, is that there's a lot of people trying to rank for SEO outsourcing. However, my brand right here has been #1 without me really doing much. And if you actually go to the page right here, there is almost nothing going on. You can see this is not good SEO. It just has a YouTube video that is titled SEO outsourcing on the page. It has an opt-in, links out to an authority page. Just looking at the on-page SEO, it's very simple. The title is just SEO outsourcing from SourceWave. Not very, the anchor text, everything, the title and everything is not broadly spanned out like you've been trying to do. So this is not the best example of good SEO. You can also see the title of the image is just named SEO outsourcing, and I also have it in the H1. This actually runs a chance of getting over-optimized very easily. This actually would definitely trigger an over-optimization penalty if it was not connected to sourcewave.com. And the big lesson I want you to take away from this ranking right here is just how much weight having a brand or a site that appears to be a brand online carries your rankings. The same thing going on with ShredSource as well. What you can see right here, I've gone and created the Google+, got Google authorship on the site. The site has a massive Facebook presence. It has all that kind of stuff right there. SourceWave is a pretty dang big brand. And you really don't need to build a brand that big to really get success with this. But you can see all these other pages right here. None of them have, I guarantee you, none of them have much Facebook presence. This is the only one that has authorship right here. And I guarantee you that most of them probably are not using blog networks. SEO Overflow might. But they're not using the type of links that we're doing. And what I really want to rub in really quickly is just how effective the SEO you've been taught to do is. Because I have not done anything to this site. I've not done anything to this page. And it's just smoking all these other people that are doing outsourcing. So that's a really big takeaway from this. Now, another thing I want you to take away, guys, from this is you don't need tons of magical content on your page to rank. And I'm sure I've cleared this up enough throughout the course as well. But looking at this page right here, it's just a relevant YouTube video, relevant image, relevant H1 fonts, linking out to an authority site right here, SEO Moz. So it's really kind of funny just how little effort you really have to put in the ranking pages. And you guys saw the guitar backing tracks page on ShredSource. We're going to get into that case study next. There basically isn't too much you have to do. Right? And the biggest thing, guys, is really if you look at the anchor text to the site as well. Let me just throw SourceWave and Majestic. You can just see tons of brand anchor text. Let me throw it in real quick. All right, so you can see SourceWave has a lot of links. One thing that's really funny about the link profile right here on SourceWave, you can actually see there's actually a lot of SAPE links. Someone really tried to go out there and blast it. If we get really deep into it, actually, if we go over to Ahrefs real quickly, let's throw that in there. You can see actually it's really funny if you look at the backlink count and stuff like that. We'll look at when they bounce up and stuff like that. But you can actually see someone really started trying to blast SourceWave with SAPE links. Again, the site still did just fine because it has those type of brand, it has that type of authority, and Google really doesn't go out there and punish it. You can see really quickly, not sure how many we're going to find right here because you kind of have to dig through, but it got hit by a lot of SAPE links, which are those .ru, dot kind of crappy links like that. Let's just go back maybe like 8 pages, see if we can find something like that. Alright, nothing too much going on right here, so I'm not going to really get into that. Alright, yeah, you can see a lot of people, actually you can see it right here. Someone just decided to blast the site with the kind of standard boner pills and stuff like that, just be a real dick. And you can see it really had no effect on the site at all, because that's when you go back to the first 3 pages right here. You just see SourceWave, SourceWave. Look at the anchor text. SourceWave, 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 coming from all these different domains. All right. Look at this natural anchor text linking to the inner pages of the site. Just SourceWave, SourceWave. If we go over to Majestic, you're going to see just the anchor text: Becker, Becker, SourceWave, Alex Becker, SourceWave, Alex Becker, SEO, SourceWave. You can see most sites, how an authentic authority site is built, guys, how a real authority site is built, is just using almost the whole entire brand name, maybe the owner of the site, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So you can see that's exactly where it comes from right there. You really got to understand that right there. Let's look at the anchor text. We'll go maybe back a few more pages before we get into the boner pills, stuff like that. But you see SourceWave SEO. You see, PageRank, SourceWave.com, and you see massive brand links. So when I talk about brand links in this course and stuff like that, do not underestimate how important it is, because that is what allowed me to survive a SAPE attack. People blowing up my site with sites that are now indexed and bad juju in Google. That's how I survived all those comment forum spam links with boner pills and stuff like that. That's how I survived all those things, because I have this massive brand right here coming from just relevant sites. So that's one of the biggest takeaways about this case study. Now, when it comes to this page right here, if I go and look at the SEO outsourcing page, you can see there's almost no links going to it. And that's because I've also covered up my blog numbered links. But there's only there's two PR links going to this. One's a 5, one's a 4. So they are powerful links. But those two links right there and this handful of links right here, just this handful of links, and these links right here are not even, they're just completely natural links. Someone just put in the title of the page right there, have allowed me to have the first spot in Google for almost, I think at least 8 months now for this term. And I just get leads for my business, my SEO outsourcing business, all day long. So it's pretty dang handy just how powerful these links are and how powerful they are when combined with a brand. That's really the only reason why I'm talking about this simple ranking right here from one page. When combined with a brand, when combined with a real PR and a relevance and stuff like that, it absolutely kills it. So with all that being said, guys, we're going to hop over to the next video where we're going to get into the ShredSource case study. All right, let's hop over there. All right, guys, welcome to another ROI optimization case study. And what I'm going to be talking about today is that ShredSource site we've been using as an example through a lot of the course. Now, I really like this site because it really proves you don't have to do that much special stuff to make an income from SEO. This is a site that averages 2 to 3K per month. If I do a little bit more work to it, I'm sure it can easily be 5K per month. If I take one more spot up in online guitar lessons, if I take a few more spots and learn how to play guitar, it's already ranking very well for that. Pretty simple to get to a 5K per month site. And when you see the overall design of the site, it just proves that anybody can do this. It is so comically simple how this site is set up. It's not even done. It's incomplete. It's just literally threw something at the wall and it's making money. That's why if you focus on this, you sit down, focus on this, that it's impossible for you not to get an ROI as this course. This is just a very easy example. Now, this is an extremely simple, comically small site. I believe at the point in time it has like 9 pages. Most of them don't even have content on them. I mean, almost all the sales come from one page. So what I'm going to be walking you through is the steps behind it, and then walking through the keyword selection, the site design, the first links, everything like that. Very simple. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the first fail. I originally tried to target the search with the site source tabs. Now, what happened really was 2 things. Over-optimized links plus hosting. All right. So first thing that really happened is I didn't use any brand links on my first site. And this is how I really discovered brand links and hosting matter for our links. Now, I went out there and I put my brand. I built the site exactly with the same exact links I used on ShredSource. The same links essentially. There's a little bit more links going to ShredSource now, but the same exact links. Very simple to do. Now, what happened is the site got an over-optimization penalty, which I believe, or it just had very poor results with the links. It just wouldn't really break anything past online guitar lessons, and the results really didn't ever result in a big penalty. It just slowly lost rankings with the same links. Now, what I did is I made a new site, and then I used different hosting for every single one of my PR sites from a good recommendation I got from a buddy of mine named Alex Miller. Now, I used the same exact anchor text, but the one difference was I built brand links this time. The results dramatically different. Dramatically different. You can watch one of the sites, it just kind of bounces from like the first page to the second page to the third page to kind of the bottom of the first page. This site just ranks for everything. And I'm not doing anything to it. I haven't touched it in like almost a month and a half since I built the last links going to it. So it's very simple site. So just a big lesson right there. This is a big benefactor, or I don't know what the word for it is, supporter of the hosting theory and the kind of brand links theory. So keep that in mind. Now I want to walk you over, we're going to hop over to Photoshop real quick, and I'm going to walk you through kind of how I design a site and the keyword selection. Now, what I did exactly with this site, as you can see all my keywords right here. The main big keyword was learning to play guitar, and then guitar backing tracks, siloed down into acoustic guitar backing tracks and metal guitar backing tracks, and in online guitar lessons, siloed down to beginner online guitar lessons, metal online guitar lessons. The online guitar lessons page also links out to a review of guitar tricks, links out to a review of jam play. Now, with all that being said, you can see that there's not much to this site. It's just a basic silo, closed silo as I like to call it, because you can see it links to this page, then this page links to this page, and this page links back to the top. And every page ends up on the linking right here. Now the funny thing is the homepage of the site really doesn't have too many backlinks going to it, yet it still ranks pretty well. It's like number 32 in Google for learning to play guitar, which is an extremely competitive term, which I've really not optimized the homepage for. So it really shows you really quick just how they control the link juice. All the link juice on the site, no matter where you link to, unless you link to Jam Play and Guitar Tricks Review, ends up on this page, giving it a huge boost in the rankings for no reason at all. So take that into hand really quickly. Now, the majority of the backlinks go in a 3-link pattern. Like I talked to you from the PR sites, they link to this page, they link to this page with a brand or URL, and they link to this page. That's basically all it is. That's all there is to this site. Now let's go look at the actual site itself. You can see right here, let's just go to the home page. It's basically still a skeleton site. You can see right here, I have on every page of the site just a relevant video and just maybe a 300-word article. On the guitar backing tracks page, you can see again, 300-word article, relevant article, links out to authority site. Same thing on these pages, all I have is a YouTube video. All right, very funny, very funny. There's nothing on those pages. Now you can see right here on the actual online guitar lesson review, you can see it's kind of put together. It's kind of just a mess at the same time, but you can see that page is still just ranking very well, and it's just a YouTube video, picture, just really basic content, and the kind of techniques I showed you about on-page SEO before. Now you can see with the keywords I chose for the pages, the only page I've really done the really broad optimization for is the basically the online guitar lessons page, which is the real money maker. You can see how I really split out the keywords to target best online guitar lessons, but right here I write top online guitar lessons. I've already broken this down in other videos, so I'm not going to get too much into it right here. But you see guitar training instead of lessons right there. Don't want to erase that. Training instead of lessons. You see how I really avoid the over-optimization going on beyond that. Okay? So very simple site. Now what I want to also lay out as well, when I was making the site, it was literally completely blank. It just had these articles and a few pictures and the links. It did not look like this. So what I first did when I made the site, I made a complete skeleton site, and I did not start doing anything to it until it started ranking from the links I built. It was literally just completely empty. I didn't even have the reviews or the videos up or anything like that whatsoever. So keep that in mind. Keep that big time in mind as we go through this real quick. Now the first thing I did is I built 3 PR links to the site to see if it would start ranking. And then what I also did is I went over to Link It Pro, and I bought one of the Qzx pyramid packages. And I literally filled it out the exact same way you guys saw in the brand link building video that we created earlier on in this. So I'm not going to go and create another order right here. But I created that and this. Those 3 links alone got us on the first page for online guitar lesson and started us creeping up there for online guitar lessons. So what I started doing at that point is I started slowly adding links to the site, or backlinks going to the site from my network. Alright, so you can see right here, I literally just wrote down the backer text right here. Alright, really quickly, and you can just see how diverse it is every single time. You can see right here, the first anchor text from these links, there was Shred Source, Guitar Backing Tracks, Online Guitar Lessons SS. Alright, and that means Shred Source. So Online Guitar Lessons Shred Source, getting lots of brand links in there. For this one right here, the brand URL, and the pattern it follows right here, guys, is it links to the corresponding page. The first link is always to the home page. It says right here, it was the brand's URL, then it says take online guitar lessons and guitar backing track in the URL of that. Next anchor text pattern, Shred Source, metal guitar backing tracks, beginner online guitar lessons, Shred Source. So I worked the brand there again. Next one right here says online guitar lessons just by itself. This one right here says beginner guitar lessons. Basically what I did right there as well, I linked 4 times from the site. I put Shred Source to the homepage and then guitar backing tracks in all capital letters, so it's differentiating it. So then the next anchor text for the homepage, learning how to play guitar, online guitar lessons URL, the URL of that page, and then find guitar backing tracks. And then it just keeps going on like that. Find online guitar lessons, shredsource.com, the backing track URL. And I just keep using stuff like that. Acoustic online guitar lessons, online guitar lessons with the capitalization kind of switched right there. And from then on, I just used like a big differentiation, like best, top, based on what it was linking for. These first links right here, these are kind of the initial links, got it really high up there for online guitar lessons. So what I started doing at that point, guys, is I then went to the site and I started reworking the titles, the tags, the metas, everything like that, for the optimizing it based around the keywords I wanted to rank for. So the original keywords is online guitar lessons, but I noticed we were doing okay for beginners and okay for best online guitar lessons. So immediately what I did is I changed the title to best online guitar lessons for beginners. I then went right here, typed in top online guitar training instead of best online guitar lessons, so it also ranked for those types of keywords as well. My anchor text also followed suit. I also started putting more anchor text for best online guitar training, guitar lessons for beginners, very just differentiating it up every single time, and that really got us the final push. That's essentially what got us to the top 3 spot. Now, when I first made the site, I really wasn't putting much effort into it until I kind of got close to the first page. Once it got close to the first page, I started building all these backlinks. I also created a YouTube channel. Okay, I'm going to go show you that really quickly. All right, so you can see right here, I have a very, very, very simple channel. Incredibly simple right here. And what I managed to do really quickly is all I did was just make a quick little YouTube channel. Now, right now it's not too optimized for this. I want to show you how to do a few things with the YouTube channel, and I'll get into this a little bit later on. Actually, no, we'll get into this, the actual creating kind of the base of it. But you can see I just have the videos right here, and then what I do is I just go, and all I want to do is just link out to the site. So in the description, I'm going to go grab the online guitar lessons URL, grab that, throw it in here. All right, very, very simple. So I have all these YouTube videos about SourceShred linking to the site. So very, very, very simple stuff right there. So description, save. See, I got that nice little backlink going to the page right now. So really cool. I also went and created a Facebook page. Now you can see right there, I just popped a little link to my site right here, put the relevant pictures up, stuff like that, put a link right there, and got us 1,000 likes. Very, very simple. I then just went and put that on the site right there. Now at that point in time, all I did is I expanded the content on the guitar lessons page so it would convert. That's all I did. I expanded the content, put a picture of myself so it was more trustworthy, and added 2 reviews to the website, which you can see. They're pretty straightforward. That's all there is. And you can see the reviews aren't even done yet. Also, with that being said, I really haven't added anything to the guitar backing tracks or the homepage. I literally haven't touched any of those pages. But the site really didn't look like this, and I really didn't make a nice looking design until the site started ranking. Because the design of your site does not help your rankings. Having amazing content on your site does not help your rankings. But when you do get ranked, you need good content. You want your site to look good so it converts. So essentially, guys, that's all I've done with ShredSource. You can see it's an extremely small site. You can make a site like this in 5 minutes. You can start ranking this site in 10 minutes from now. It's very, very easy to do. You just get the brand links, get some PR links going to it, and you're on fire. It didn't take a lot of links to do this. All right. All in all, it took me about 14 PR links to do this, ranging from a PR of 5 all the way down to 1. 14 PR links. All right. It wasn't an expensive network that allowed me to do this. It was just about 14 PR links plus brand links. That's all it took me to do this. That's all it took to generate a $2,000 to $3,000 in passive income that I haven't even tried for. If I go and optimize the site, make it maybe not so crappy, it will easily make $3,000 to $4,000 per month every single month. So, with that being said, guys, that is basically the story behind SourceShred. We're going to be getting into a few more case studies, maybe our $10,000 per month site, and a few other client sites that we have ranking. So, let's just hop over those if you want to, and we'll be getting these out to you. If they're not there right now, we're going to be getting them up in the next few days as well. So, that's all I got for you. This is Becker. Keep it cool. Hey, what's going on? This is Becker, and welcome to not so much really the final section, but I don't really know how to title this section. It's section 10 in short, but this section is all about pure ROI tactics, and what we're going to be focusing on right here is not so much really backlinking strategies or ranking strategies, though this all does kind of base around SEO. I'm going to be showing you just the best ways to make money with SEOs and the skill set that you've learned in this course. I'm going to be showing you all sorts of ways. Some of these tactics involve actually going out there and ranking sites for searches and stuff out there. But other tactics I'm about to show you are based around maybe renting links for your PR sites or selling PR sites, or just doing a lot of things that just make money very, very easily in SEO. The big goal for this section is for you to make money with very little resistance. The stuff I'm going to show you right here is by far the easiest way to make money with SEO. It's by far the easiest way to make a lot of money with SEO, a full-time income, at least $100 a day, fairly easily. So we're going to be getting into this in this section. I'm going to be showing you a few different ways to really kill it with these tactics, and I think overall this is going to be one of the most beneficial sections long-term for you, because once you get SEO down, once you have the people in the coaches in the Facebook group teaching you what to do, you pick up and kind of get to work with the stuff in this course, you're going to have that down. You're going to know what to do, but the stuff in this section is going to be how you're going to make a lot of money. So let's just hop straight into it, and that's all I got. Hey, what is going on? This is Becker, and welcome to the second video in the whole Total ROI Tactics section of this course. Now, what I'm going to be covering in this video is pretty dang neat, and it's one of the first kind of PR site tactics I'm going to show you that basically just gives us almost an instant ROI on our PR sites. And I mean, you can actually just create a full-time, passive income business just doing this. It's an absolute joke to do because it's just in such high demand right now on the internet. Now, it's the easiest way to make money, I believe, in this course. If you're really starting out and you really just want to make money like right now, this is, in my opinion, the easiest way to make money because it doesn't really involve you having to rank sites or you take any responsibility at all. It just involves you having to copy and paste links on your websites. Now, all we're going to be really doing is renting out links on our site. And there's incredible demand for this in SEO right now. I buy links all the time for my websites from people that have PR sites and stuff like that because I don't want to go out there and buy links and so forth. Now, it does not take much skill, nor does it take much effort to really pull this off. It can be done. It can be done almost passively. You should have this set up anyways as you're doing all this anyways, and it pays for your PR efforts. If you're maybe one of the people that, I got this course and you don't want to really invest too much, or you want to make your money back right away, this is the easiest way to make it. Just your PR sites is basically bought for you. It's pretty cool. Now, PR links are the most effective way to rank right now. Everybody knows that. They're the most popular link to have. They're the safest link to have. It's basically where they're all. It's basically where it is all at right now. Now, everybody wants them, and there's only a few people that can pick up the right domains. You're one of those people now since you've been able to go through this course. And most people think there's a huge upfront investment, and most people just don't want to start buying domains right away. They don't want to set up the sites. They don't want to do all that. They rather just rent links. I've done this many times when I don't want to go and buy new PR sites. Now, it gives us the perfect chance to just rent out links for a reoccurring profit. It's incredibly simple to do. Now, let me just show you some basic math and how crazy awesome this is. What you can do, guys, really quickly, you can just go and you can buy a PR3 for about 60 bucks. Most of the time, give or take, if you're doing a little bit of bidding or you just go through a vendor like we showed you in a previous section, you can get a PR3, a decent one, for about 60 bucks. Now, imagine if you rent 10 links from the site for 15 to 20 bucks a month each. That's very reasonable for a PR3 link. I'd get that all day long. Now, if you do that, if you're renting out 10 spots and you only manage to sell 7 links, that's $140 in passive income from a site that costs you 60 bucks to make. You're literally just getting double your money back doing this. It's a comical joke. Comical joke. It just works extremely well. And so basically, guys, if we go out there and we do this with 10 sites, we spend 600 bucks on getting 10 PR3 sites. If we were able to go out there and rent like 7 or 6 links from each site, you're making $1,400 back on a $600 investment instantly reoccurring. If you go throughout the whole entire year with those links, you're actually going to be making $10,000 back for 600 bucks you spent once. It's a pretty dang neat, clever way to make money. Now, it's pretty handy, and we just want to sell these links on SEO forums or SEO groups. We can even use ads to do this, which I'm going to get into a little bit. However, I don't really want to get into coaching paid traffic in this course. I want to keep it kind of on topic. And the easiest way to do this is basic buy/sell threads on forums. If you can go out there and do this, you can easily just sell out all your links in a week's time doing this once you kind of get the hang of it down. There's also a bit harder way to do this, but it's more profitable. You can join private SEO groups. You can join SEO communities. And I don't suggest joining SEO communities and spamming their walls, spamming all the members with offers for that. But just saying, hey, I got a good collection of links based around, this niche or that niche, and I'd like to basically just rent these out to you guys. It goes very simple. If you just mention that, don't sell it. Just be like, hey, I basically got these links lying around and they're based around this niche. Would you be interested in just, renting these out per month? Now, what I'm going to be covering is finding the sales places and basic pitching, how to get this out there, how to make them a little bit easier to sell. without having to do too much. You're not going to have to write long sales pages or anything. You're just basically asking people if they want to be on your network. And I'm going to show you how to provide this simple service very, very, very easily. Before we get into that, I just want to talk about internet forums really quickly, kind of quick forum 101. There's tons of SEO forums online to sell your stuff at. I'm going to give you a few examples in this right here, but don't just leave it just these. You can go virtually any SEO forum out there. Now, what we can do on these forums is, first off, just going around a forum and answering questions, and then like occasionally leaving a link to your order form for your backlinks and stuff like that. It works very, very well. You don't want to go on forums and just be spamming everywhere and be like, hey, look, buy links, buy links, buy links. But just passively interacting on the forums, answering questions, and just leaving a link in your posts every now and then works really well. Now, you can also go and buy spots on buy/sell boards on these forums very, very easily. It's about $20 to open up the thread, and you're going to get views on it right away if you go and title it the right way and stuff like that. So you can go out there and you can just do that as well, and you can actually just hard sell people at that point in time. But you're not really going to be doing any hard selling or anything complicated. You're just going to be showing that you get links, letting people buy them. So what you can also do in these forums, I talked about before, selling without selling. You can go all over the forum, you can answer questions and stuff like that. But what you can also kind of passively do, guys, is all these forums, you can buy a forum signature, you can put a link in your signature sometimes. And all you want to do at that point in time, guys, with your forum signature, just have it basically explain, hey, PR links for sale, $15 per month, guaranteed PR3 links that will increase your rankings. Just something like that in your signature. And just by kind of hanging out on the forum and posting regularly, you're going to get people buying your links. It's just, someone's going to click it and they're going to buy links. That's just how it is. It's extremely profitable to do this on forums. It's just one of the easiest ways to make money. Just put it in your signature. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. You are able to go out there and do that. So first thing I want to show you really quickly how to do is how to go out there and kind of set up the service before we get going. Now, you're going to need, first off, a simple PayPal account. And I'm not going to log in and create the button and everything like that. It's pretty standard. I'm also linking below to basically PayPal's guide on how to make a button. It's very, very, very simple, so I'm not going to go and try and do their technical training for them. But we're going to create a PayPal button. Basically, you can create a recurring charge payment button through PayPal. And what happens when someone buys your links, you just basically go on there and you just send them the link. The simplest way to do this, guys, is you can actually handle it just through conversations, private messages on forums and stuff like that, emails. And when someone wants to jump on, you just send them a recurring payment link and they go on there. As soon as they start paying, you then place their link on your site. It's that damn easy to pull off like that. And as soon as they stop paying, you'll see it get canceled in PayPal. You take the link off the site. I would suggest having a little spreadsheet set up so you can kind of track everything. You can see what PayPal account is connected to which links. But other than that, it's very, very simple to do. Now, how do we want to go and put these on our websites? Well, there's a few things we can do, guys, and I'm going to kind of show you the different levels we can get through. I'm going to pull up my website really quickly just so I have something to look at while we're talking. Now, you guys can see here's just my simple little site that we talked about before, guys. What we can do a lot of times, guys, what we really want to do is there's a few things. What people prefer to buy is where you go and you create an article on the site, and then you place the link on it, and then you place a relevant link on the site. Now, that usually works really well. You get people buying right there. What I would probably charge is, I'd say, $15 to $20 per month for a PR3 site. For a PR4 site, I charge $30 per month, and a PR5 site, I'd charge $50 per month. And then what you do at that point in time, guys, is you maybe charge them an extra $20 to write the article or something, or you just use the tactic I showed before, or you have them provide an article. Very, very all simple ways to do it right there. Don't really get caught up in the weeds and the what ifs of doing this, guys. Just go out there and simply do what works best. But a lot of people prefer if you go and create a relevant article and then you put it on your website and you place a link to their site. You can do that. That works just fine. What you can also do is put people's links in your sidebar. You can maybe even charge a little bit less for just the sidebar links instead of the article links. I'd charge the exact same because frankly a link is a link on your website and it takes away the kind of the amount of links you can have on your page. You can only have so many links before your site's juice kind of becomes worthless. And with that being said, about 20 links is about the point where the link juice really starts to kind of get diminishing returns and so forth. Now, with that being said, guys, out of the way, what we then also want to do, guys, I just want to give you one more little sales tactic. If our sites are really niche specific, or you want to sell your links a little bit faster, make your sites extremely niche specific and make it very clear that you're only linking out to other niche specific sites. So you have what is called a relevant site. Remember the cores of SEO, relevance plus PR, and people know that as well. So if you have a site about doctors, your links are probably going to sell out a little bit faster because people are going to, it's more specific to the niche. Very, 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 very easy to do. That's just a few things to keep in mind. Now, that's all there really is to it, guys. If you want, there's a few different ways you can manage this. You can interact with people just through PMs and email on forums and so forth like that. Or you can just interact with them through a PayPal button and a form on your website. What happens after they sign up through the PayPal, you just basically take them to an opt-in or just a form on your website. Let me just show you an example of this really quickly. And you can see right here, this is just a simple form creator right here that we have on our website, Cashback Co. It's called Gravity Forms. I believe this plugin right here is formidable. What you simply have happen after a person goes through PayPal, you just have the thank you page be this form. Person fills out the form with their desired keyword. If you want them to copy and paste an article in there, there you go. And that's a very quick way to kind of just automate it without having to work your email and stuff like that. If you actually get into this and start making a lot of money doing this, this might be the best way to go because, frankly, you don't want to be interacting with every single person in email. It can get kind of hectic. So that's one thing to keep in mind, guys. Now, let's just go look at a few places you can sell. The three places I'd recommend starting are Black Hat World, and these are linked to below the video, Warrior Forum, and Best Black Hat Forum. Best Black Hat Forum and Black Hat World might be a little bit easier to sell on because they're kind of, you know, they're a little bit more, they're not more friendly, but they're a little bit just, I don't know, they're just, it's a little bit more casual selling stuff on these sites than it is Warrior Forum. But with all that being said, guys, each of these sites has a buy-sell thread. This one right here on the Warrior Forum, it is basically right here, Warriors for Hire, and yeah, Warriors for Hire right here. Same exact thing right here. You just see people put links up and stuff like that. Very, 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 very simple to do. What you do at that point in time, you just create a new thread. And when you log in, I don't have a Warrior Forum account anymore. I personally don't like the Warrior Forum. It's not my favorite place. However, this is a good place to get started. You just create an account and you just buy a thread. It's $20. You pay through PayPal and they approve the thread. Now you can see really quickly this guy's doing exactly what I just told you how to do. Now you don't need to create a sales page like this, guys. Frankly, you don't really need to do this at all right here. But you can see what this person is doing. They're just renting out links. Same exact thing you see before, all right? Very, very, very simple thing. And he's just running out the links all over the place. It's very, very, very simple to do. You can see right here, it's just going to go through PayPal. You register right here. It's going to go through PayPal. Pretty sure you just fill out a form. Now, I wouldn't really suggest doing this. If you actually get going with this, yeah, make a sales page. But you really don't need all this to do all that, okay? You're going to see a few other people doing similar things. But you really don't need to go crazy right here. Let's just see a few ones right here. Let's see any other cool PR links right here. I'm just gonna type in PR. Let's see. Not finding it through. But just kind of some successful stuff right here, guys. It's just really simple. You can see a lot of people here having SEO services. All you really need to do, guys, is just have a simple kind of form like this. You can see what this guy has right here. Just rent out a simple thread, and all it is just a short little sales page like that. Now, what I should just get doing, guys, if you ever rank any of your own websites or you have your own rankings being tracked, be sure to take pictures of them. And then all you want to do out there, guys, take pictures of them and use that as proof to prove that your links work. It's very simple to do. Now, Best Black Hat Forum, there's another place right here. Let's just see where would we go for it. It's for Black Hat Forum special offers. You can go right here, and what you can do the same exact thing right here. PR links, sell it the same exact way. I believe it's about $20 on this forum as well, and you just go through. That's all you want to do. Very, 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 very simple to do. Now on Black Hat Forum, there's link building. You can literally just go right here. High PR solutions. You know, very, very simple to do. You just get these PR homepage links right here. And that's all you got to do. You can see right here, this is a really good example of someone just having a really simple sales page. You don't need to get a sales page created, guys. You can literally just type it in, text. I've seen people do very well with that. These people are actually running like a full scale business with this. If you're just running links here and there, that's all you really need to do. It's that simple. It's that dang simple. So very, very easy to do kind of process right here. Now, what you can also do, guys, you're going to notice a lot of these members right here. I don't think we're going to be able to see his signature right here. They usually black out signatures on the buy-sell threads. You can see right here, very simply, this guy just has links to his SEO business and his signature and stuff like that. And you're going to see a lot of people, I guarantee if we actually go to the Warrior Forum, because it's such a lovely, lovely place where all members try and do is sell each other. It's kind of a weird place. But you can see what people are doing right here. Just go find a more popular thread. And you can see right here, people are just linking to their, they're just linking to their product right here. And just by going through, it costs, I believe, $20 to get a signature on the Warrior Forum. It might be $60. But what you can basically do right here, you go out there, and I think it costs money to have an image in yours. I think you can still link out to your signature for free. But basically, you just go right here, offer, hey, PR links, quality PR links, virtually guaranteed results. Click here to check out the results or buy now or whatever, something like that. And just putting this in your signature, guys, and just participating in these forums, you're going to go and you're going to get a lot of good results from this. It's one of the easiest ways to just rent out your links without having to do much, without having to sell or anything like that. What I would also suggest doing, you put like, hey, PR links, message me for the details and the sites if you want to check them out. What you also don't want to do, guys, don't be posting your links on these sites. Don't be showing off your sites publicly on the forums. Keep them always to yourself, and then only show them to people that are interested in buying. One also kind of final warning, if you're renting links, your chances of getting your site DNX are slightly higher. But as long as you don't post your links on forums, you don't show them off everywhere, and you're semi-private about it, you're not going to get in trouble. So that's all there really is to it, guys. Really simple stuff. If you have any questions about this kind of tactic, hit me up in the Facebook group, and that's all we really need to get it to from there. All these forums are linked to below. The plugin we used before is Formidable, and to set up the whole PayPal link and stuff like that, I put the link to PayPal's technical guide right there. Again, guys, this is the easiest way to make money with this without having to really do too much or have much of a SEO skill set to start with. Just rent out the links to people that want PR links, and it's one of the easiest ways to profit from your network and at least make your money back instantly. Never be out of hand with that. So with all that being said, guys, this is the first tactic I wanted to share with you guys. We're going to be talking about how to flip our PR sites now in our next video, and it's going to be dang diddly-tastic. All right, let's talk soon. Hey, what is going on? This is Becker again, and welcome to the third video in section 10, which is all about getting an ROI and stuff. And the tactic I want to show you right now is fairly well known, but I want to kind of give you my take on it, and if you're brand new to it, kind of enlightening you to this very easy way to make big bursts of money with SEO while not really doing that hard of SEO work. This is one of the fastest ways to make just an instant profit, and it's fairly easy to do with pretty easy beatable rankings. I'm going to show you how to find some really, really good keywords to use for this that most IMers or people doing SEO kind of miss. It's an easy way to make some big bursts of money very quickly, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going out there and finding out when new products are about to be released, when new products are launching, basically when there's going to be a big buzz about them, and everybody's going to be looking up reviews and Googling the names and all sorts of stuff like that. And once you kind of have a fair amount of PR sites behind you, about 10 of them, or so, maybe 5. I mean, if you're operating in some of the niches I'm going to give you, we maybe need 1 or 2 links. But you can just go and repeat this over and over and over and over and over again. You can just make money all day doing it, and it can be a big boost in your income without doing too much. Now, the process overall is to find launches before they launch. Now, a lot of people who do SEO, they go out there and they target internet marketing launches, which are like JVZoo products and stuff like that. Now, those are fine. You can go after internet marketing products. However, they usually aren't. That's usually a lot more competitive. You're going against probably about at least 50 other SEOs who are doing it. If it's a bigger launch, probably hundreds of SEOs attempting to get on the first page doing that. And if you're just starting off, it can be kind of a pain to win those. However, if you go after launches that are not in the IM niche, you can go after health, cooking, dating, anything like that, you can go out there and you can absolutely crush it. And the ways you can do is you can go out there and create a video, rank it in YouTube, kind of using spammier tactics, which we covered in the Ninja backlinking section. You can make your own. You can just make a new site from scratch, an EMD site. Literally, if the product's like, I don't know, dog training mastery whatever, and you just make a site called dogtrainingmasteryreview.com or something like that, and you can go out there and then rank the site for that. A lot of times you can actually beat the company for their own name, and most of the times with a lot of launches, they're not going to do anything bad. Like if you go out there and you beat Insanity, the Insanity product for their actual brand term, and your URL, or you have the brand name in your URL, they can go out there and sometimes make you stop doing that. My best advice for this too, guys, if you're targeting bigger launches, which kind of might have some legal stuff behind it, stuff like that, the best way to get around it, guys, just don't have an EMD site. Make your site, the URL, like product reviews, whatever, and then make an inner page based around the product name and make that the page you rank. Then you are completely scot-free and they can't really take your site away from you. It's not your fault that you're outranking and stuff like that. Now, don't really worry about that. That's not going to happen to you when this is going on right now. Just don't even consider that at this moment. Now, you can also go out there and you can create an authority brand review site, which is where we basically make the type of sites we've been talking about so far, topic-based sites, and then go out there and use that authority existing power to just go up there and just easily rank for tons of searches on command, basically. Now we just basically go out there and we create a review. We target the product name with keywords like review, scam, and buy in it, and that's how it goes. If the product's like dog training mastery, you want to target the keywords, dog training mastery review, dog training mastery scam, buy, dog training mastery. Very, 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 very simple. Now, there's a few ways to do this. One of the best ways to do this really quickly is with spam rankings, which we covered in kind of the ninja tactics. And all you have to do is really follow our blueprint right there with a YouTube video. It's pretty simple to do. And in this video, I'm not really going to get too much in the rankings since we covered that in all the other videos in this course. But just keep in mind, YouTube is probably the best way to spam. You can rank Facebook's, Yelp pages, other authority pages, but it's sometimes harder to do this because you can't actually leave a very good review on Facebook or Yelp pages and stuff like that. YouTube, you can make a video review, link to the product in your description and stuff like that. This is one of the easiest ways to rank without spending much money, so check it out right there. You can also create what it's like to call an EMD review site. This is just where you have the product name in your URL, and the site is just a one-shot wonder. You go out there, you rank the site for the keyword, and after the launch is done, you're pretty much done with the website. Very, very simple to do. You just go out there, buy the EMD domain, the exact match keyword for it, or just throw like a 1 on it or something, like dogtrainingmastery1review.com, and away you go. You can also create what I would prefer doing, which is an authority review site. Once you have a site that has some traction going to it, you can rank the inner pages much faster than you can rank an EMD page, and almost as fast as you can rank YouTube pages. And what you do is you just literally keep swapping out your PR links. Let me explain how this works really quickly. We basically have our PR links going to the home page of the site. So can sell this juice. You can see we have our PR sites linking right here. And basically every week we just pick a new launch, and what we do is then we just go to our PR sites that we already have links from and link to this page as well. So boom, boom, boom. You can see how I'm kind of doing this badly with these links right here. Then what happens, guys, after the launch is done, we just go make a new page. Oops, let me Control-Z that. And we just make a new page, and then we just resend the links to that page instead. So if this is a new page, we remove all the links from the past page, we go back to our PR sites, and we just literally swap the links over to a new page. And we just keep ranking inner pages every week for a different term, about a week before the product launches, and we just go out there and kind of in a rotation rank inner pages for terms. And we don't ever have to buy any more links after this. We don't have to do anything. We just keep launching for new launches, new launches, new launches. This can be incredibly effective in the internet marketing niche where there's new product literally coming out every single week. And if you can get a decent enough network right there, you can just rank, 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 rank. One thing I also want to talk about in health niches, cooking niches, other niches, products tend to stay a bit more evergreen. This means after the launch, people still promote them, they're still getting traffic, people are still looking for reviews of them and stuff like that. So if you're in an internet marketing niche, you're going to be just swapping out the product page every single week because it's just extremely fickle niche. If you're in the kind of other health niches and stuff like that, you can sometimes have just rank for pages and they'll just keep bringing you money all year long. So keep that in mind. Now with our anchor text, we're going to want to get a bit more aggressive than we usually are. We want fast rankings that will be a tad more aggressive. If we have a brand website that we have, kind of a topic-based website, kind of like Shred Source, and when it already has the brand links going to it, we can just be almost completely direct with our anchor text. We can just use the main keyword 10 times in a row. Right? If you already have some links going to the site, already has authority, not really going to do too much to get you in trouble. If you feel that might get you penalized, you feel uncomfortable doing that, what you can do is use the exact same anchor text ratios we talked about before. Very targeted, wide anchor text. Like we talked about before, when we go, if I'm ranking for online guitar lessons, I use anchor text like best online guitar lessons, top online guitar lessons for beginners. All relevant, but different kind of varied anchor text like that. Now, for an EMD, what you should do is you should buy the EMD site about a month before the launch, or 2 months preferably, and then hit it with a bunch of supporting links, brand links and stuff like that. So if we're trying to rank for Dog Training Mastery, the book, we want to go out there and we don't have stuff like how to train a golden retriever, links like that. Going to the site, basically the synonym type links, and then once we have those built, that's when we come in and we just literally hammer it with the PR links, and that's how we can go and rank an EMD without triggering a penalty. We also really want to make sure the title and everything is not that optimized when it comes to an EMD style site. Very low optimization on this page. You don't want to get that penalized. It's very easy to do with those types of sites. If you don't really care, you can just blast the site with wide targeted PR links as well. You're not going to be keeping the EMD site after launch most of the time, so just blast it. And you can also use some of the spam tactics we covered in the Ninja section to rank it as well. Now what I want to do is I want to hop over and I want to show you kind of how to find these launches using JV Notify Pro. Alright, let's go do that right now. Alright, so we're in a site called JV Notify Pro, link to below this video. And look, what we're mostly going to see on the site when we first come on here is literally just going to be announcement for internet marketing products. That's all it is right here. What I would do, guys, is I would stay kind of out of the internet marketing niche unless you get really good at this. You get really, really good at ranking the sites. You have a pretty powerful network and stuff like that. What I would instead do, I'd focus on niches like Forex, stocks, maybe more investing or something like that. That's what you really, really want to do with stuff like that. However, what we can also do, guys, is we can scroll down, all right? Because you can see there's just tons of, like I showed, you're mostly just going to see internet marketing products. Well, the real stuff is right here. You want to come down here, look at these ones down here: business, investing, computer, software and services, health and fitness, home and garden, self-help. You can get really, really, really in-depth right here and find other launches right here that most JVs are not going to be paying attention to because they're all playing in that kind of smorgasbord right there. What we can do right here, we can go through and we can just go and try and find whatever we can find out there. All right, so we got the 7-day fitness JV and buy right here. All right. So we can go right here, boom. Sign up for this right here. It looks like it's going to be on ClickBank, 7-day fitness. We'll just look at this when it pulls up and stuff like that. But look at all this stuff right here. We can go through very easily and find a bunch of products that most people aren't looking at. All right, so got Testo Fuel right here. And what we can do is we can go out there and we can kind of create like kind of broad topic sites very, 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 very easily, guys. And we can go and then rank for a bunch of these terms instead. All right, these usually won't get as much instant traffic as maybe the internet marketing product, but we can go out there, create a brand topic site, and we can rank for all these keywords in about a week's time. And you can just go out there, build the site really quickly, make the inner pages, get the PR links going to it, and get in there. That's what we want to do. And this is making me join for free right now. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to log in right now. But you can see really quickly, we can just go through and pick up these launches. It's very, very simple. That's all we want to do at that point in time, guys. I can go into more detail and stuff like that, but that's all you really want to look for, guys. Just go out there and pick these launches based on that. Again, I would not play too much in these niches. They're really annoying. Because it's just people constantly, going out there. They get super attacked by SEOs. But stuff like this, business and investing, arts and entertainment, this is where we can really, really get our foot in the door and get really easy rankings with our SEO. So go out there, pick up these keywords, rank for the reviews, buy the domain 2 months ahead of time, start making the inner pages 2 months ahead of time, heck, get the links up there 2 months ahead of time. When it comes around, you just make that easy, instant money. So, with that being said, guys, this is one of the best ways to go out there and make some very easy money with SEO. Especially, let's just say you have a topic site out there, guys, and it's already doing well. You're ranking for other main SEO keywords. You can always throw in these extra keywords and as additional pages, just kind of bonuses every now and then. If you already have like a health site or something like that, or a guitar site or something like that, like with SourceShred, I could wait for a new guitar product on ClickBank launch, and I could just throw another page on SourceShred real quick, link to it, and there you go. So, with all that being said, guys, this is Becker, and this is very simply how to go out there and kind of, take down launches and stuff like that. All right, talk to you in a little bit. Hey, what is going on? This is Becker, and welcome to the next video in the Pure ROI Tactics section. And what we're going to be getting into is what I like to call high-end hidden niches, and these are just absolutely fantastic. I've actually made a site like this, and it turned into a $1,000 per day site within 5 days. pretty easily. Now, what is a high-end niche? And this is one of the easiest ways to make money when it comes to just ranking sites while not really doing too much challenging SEO. In fact, even if you're really, really bad at SEO, even if you just do almost everything wrong, you can still make money doing this. So if you're brand spanking new to this is one of the easiest ways to make money. And basically what it is what a high-end niche is where the average sale is more than $5,000 and one lead is worth a lot. For example, if a surgeon gets a client that comes in, like a rhinoplasty surgeon, it's easily $8,000 in revenue for the business. So that's very high end. Now, usually these niches have very low search volume, all right? People don't really, there just isn't as many searches for them as there possibly could be. It's just kind of like construction and stuff like that. There's very few people searching for construction online. A really, really good example of this is the rhinoplasty Plano site, which I'm going to show you real quick. All right, you can see this search right here gets about I don't know, 20 searches per month right here. 20 searches. You can also see right here it gets about 140. Now, what does this mean, guys? What does this technically mean? You can see right here, rhinoplasty, this one gets 110, stuff like this. What this means is that it has a very, very low search volume. Most SEOs are going to stay away from this because it's just it's hard to sell and stuff like that. The thing is, guys, does this mean these are the only keywords being typed in that are for people looking for Plano rhinoplasty? No, there's people typing in Plano rhinoplasty cost, Plano rhinoplasty hoo-ha, Plano rhinoplasty, best doctors for Plano rhinoplasty, Dallas Plano rhinoplasty. They're typing in all sorts of stuff. So the search volume for this is probably closer to 500 to 1,000 searches per month. So that's a lot of good traffic, considering if one of those searches converts, that's $8,000 for the business instantly like that. Now, what I'm going to be showing you how to do in this video is how to basically rent out the pages on sites like this without having to sell to local business and stuff like that, because it's an absolute no-brainer, and we'll be getting into that a little bit later on. But what we can do with sites like this is we can easily go out there and just blanket certain areas. You can see here rhinoplasty surgeons, you know, in Allen, just absolutely just smoke everyone out there very easily, because these searches are really, really, really easy to rank for the search volumes there. So that's a really good example very quickly of just the low search volume that most SEOs will ignore when this is actually a really good search to rank for. So let's hop back to the PowerPoint. Now, the problems with this, the reason why most people won't target these searches, and that's why they're hidden. They're extremely easy to rank for because no other SEOs are targeting them, because it's just it has such a low search volume that you can't really profit from it. So they think. And it's very hard to sell this to local companies as well. That's what you also think as well. It's not hard at all, and I'm actually going to show you the best way to sell this to local companies. The reason why it's kind of hard to sell is because most SEOs, they try and sell $1,000 packages to local businesses and stuff like that, and the search volume's not there. It really doesn't make, if they only want to rank for Plano rhinoplasty, it really doesn't make sense for them to pay $1,000 up front for something with such a low search volume. However, it would make total sense for them to rent a page for $99 to $200 per month. See how that kind of works right there. Now, these searches are also totally overlooked in the keyword tool. A really good example of this is we go to the keyword planner. If we type in like Allen rhinoplasty, which is one of the other searches I targeted right there, you're going to see it has no search volume right here. You're going to see it's not really showing up anywhere through here. You can see really quickly it's not really showing up anywhere in the keyword tool at all. I'm going to try Allen rhinoplasty surgery, see if that has any search volume. Probably not. And what you're going to see right here is most SEOs will just not pick up these keywords. They'll assume there's no search volume. There's no way in hell there aren't at least 150 people per month in Allen, Texas that are not looking for rhinoplasty. All right, same thing goes with other, you know, suburbs in the local area. You're going to see really quickly that they don't really have search volume. All right, you might see it gets pushed over there. We got Frisco plastic surgery right here. I guarantee you at least 50 to 100 people are typing in Frisco rhinoplasty or something similar to that every single month. All right, so these get totally overlooked in the keyword tool very, very quickly. That's why they're so hidden. That's why we're able to go out there and target these searches, and that's why we're able to rank for them so easily. Now, this search right here, like Allen rhinoplasty, let's just go back to what we had before. Rhinoplasty, Allen, Texas. The search that we ranked for before here, you see rhinoplasty, Allen, Texas right here. You can see it showing up right here. This right here is not going to get us, you know, hundreds upon hundreds of visitors right here, but this little trickle of traffic right here is worth $100 to this doctor right here. It's worth $100 per month to this doctor, because if one person converts, makes them $8,000 very, very, very easily. All right, so that's one thing I want you to keep in mind. So keep that in mind when we're looking at these search volumes, and understand that just because it doesn't show much search volume in the keyword tool does not mean it's not worth something to doctors or high-end niches. I'm going to give you a big list of high-end niches. So it doesn't mean it's not worth anything to them, and it doesn't mean there isn't search volume right there. There's just nothing for Google to really register right here. This search right here probably gets maybe 2 searches per month, but every long-tail version of it probably gets a ton of searches. That's why we want to rank for the broad long-tail search volume of this. All right, so if you type in, you know, rhinoplasty in Plano, you're going to see my site still dominating that search. So any long tail search that comes through, we rank for, and that's exactly how we want to design our pages, just like we design them throughout this whole entire course. So very, very, very neat little trick to making money. Now, what I want to show you really quickly, and you do the math right here, and I'm actually going to do this real quickly. All right, you do the math. Making slides on the fly. All right, so if we have a site that ranks #1, we have a page that ranks #1 for Plano rhinoplasty. All right, and you tell me if this makes sense right here. If the doctor gets 1 client from this search, he makes $8,000. All right, so is this page worth $200 a month to rent from you? Yes, because if 1 client comes through that page over the course of the entire year, it pays for it pays for it 4 times over. All right, it would cost them $2,400 per year. They would literally make 4 times their money back if they just get 1 client from that. It's an absolutely no-brainer. Now, if we lower the bar a little bit, let's say I'm good at selling stuff, so that's what I would sell it for. But I really want you to just make your first dollars, or actually just start making a lot of money doing this. So if we lower the bar a little bit and we rent the pages for $75, something easy like that. If you do that 15 times, that's $1,100 plus in passive income. If you do it 45 times, it's closer to $4K. Now this right here, guys, it's the easiest rankings online. I ranked all of the rhinoplasty site pages with 2 PR links, 1 PR3 and a PR2, and the sites were not relevant. I literally just placed the links in the sidebar. So it'd be very, very easy, cheap, and just totally easy to go out there and rank these keywords 45 times. It'd be the easiest thing. You could actually do it if you sat down throughout the course of a week. You could easily do it 100 times, just with the same links and stuff like that. A lot of the pages on the site, the rhinoplasty site, don't even have links going to them. It's just how the site is set up and the link juice is transferred. So with that being said, let's take a look at the site really quickly. All right, you can see right here, this is just exactly how the rhinoplasty site is laid out. Now what you want to do is you want to have your big home page right here, and I'm going to change the color of this so you can see my little sports analyst drawings. But what you want to do at the top page is you want to target either the national term or the state term. So for this site I target rhinoplasty Texas, and that's going to be like kind of our big broad term right there, and it kind of sets the whole topic for the rest of the site. Now what I like to do is I like to build the sites in a way that all of it ties back to one page. And so obviously the focus of the site, when we covered silos and stuff later on, or earlier on, not so much silos but controlling link juice, you can see I'm sending all the link juice back to my hardest term right here, which is Dallas rhinoplasty, which the site also ranks for. But it's Dallas rhinoplasty is way more competitive than my kind of suburb terms right here. Okay, so we're going to take a state term or a national term. Then we're going to pick the competitive city terms in the state, or national if you want to go that way. I suggest starting off on the state level. And then we find all the little suburbs around the cities, the biggest cities in the area, or the small towns, outlier towns. Now we don't want to target towns that have a population of 500 people, but if a town has a population of 50,000 to 100,000 people, a really good example of this in Texas is a town called College Station. That's where Texas A&M is. It's very, very, very good to rank for those keywords as well. So we go and make these little dinky pages right here to target those keywords. And because they're suburbs, because no one's targeting them, because they're hidden in the keyword tool and most people don't know about them, they're super duper 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 easy to rank. So we can just go out there and rank them like clockwork. It's incredibly, incredibly easy to do. Now, that is all we really want to do. And as we keep increasing our rankings, you just keep adding more pages, guys. And you make the home page kind of like a directory that links to every single page on the site, and you can see right here, and that's what we do. We can keep adding cities, and that's all there is to it. Now guys, one thing I want you to really focus on is where you're going to get most of your easy sales are from these pages right here. You might sometimes fail to rank for the city term, so sometimes you might even not want to focus on that too much. We want to go out there and we want to more so get these suburbs all ranking, because if you just link to the home page with some high PR links, it gets all these pages linking because of how we control the link juice. Very, very simple to do, guys. With these type of sites too, you don't really need to be building a ton of PR links to them. Just link maybe to the homepage from like 4 to 5 PR sites, and then link to each of the kind of suburb pages one time from each of those sites, and then you're just going to have all the pages ranking very, 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 very easily if you go out there and pick the right niches. And again, I've left a huge list of niches below this. Now, you're probably wondering how you make money from this type of niche right here. It's very, very simple to do. If we type in rhinoplasty Plano, let's just type in Plano rhinoplasty. All right, and I won't sing to you anymore. All we need to do, guys, just look at all the people buying advertising right here. And what we can do at this point in time, you call them up when you're ranking. You say, hey, do you want to have the first spot in Google? I have a site that's sitting first in Google, second in Google, third in Google. It's $99 a month. Do you want to rank that? Do you want to have that page? Because it's going to be getting you customers and all sorts of stuff like that. With that simple pitch right there, you can close most of your clients. Now, there's another thing you can do. You can just go out there, simply look at the page. Now, you can see right here, all I have right here is just an email. So if a doctor's like Googling his business, Googling his name, seeing who's in the area, literally they can just email you, rent the page right from there. And all you're going to have to do is create a PayPal button. Now, what I offer clients when they come to the site, when they do it, all I offer is I just put their information on the page. That's it. And I link to their website. Very, 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 very easy to do. You can go out there, you can have an opt-in for them, you can have their phone number, you can have all sorts of stuff. I just put their information down because it's just simple. And then you just have a reoccurring PayPal button made that charges them $75 per month. It's incredibly simple to do. The final thing you can also do, guys, is you can go to a site like Elance. I've linked to it below this video, and you can literally just hire someone to do the cold calling for you. Just call someone who speaks English. Right? Call someone who speaks English first off. Find a simple person like this, like Deborah S. right here. Right here, it's not hard. Very, very simple to do. I believe even the American-speaking ones, I believe their hourly rate is probably, let's see, what is it? Let's see right here. You can see this woman, if we average out all of her hours by her overall earnings, she costs about $18 an hour, which you will make your money back literally like the day of, because it's such an easy pitch. You just give her a list of businesses, or you give the outsourcer the list of businesses or where to look for them. Help give her the yellow pages. All right, give the outsourcer the yellow pages and say, hey, go through every single one of these people, call them, ask them if they want to be on the first page of Google, number 1, number 2, number 3. And it's really that easy to do. You don't even have to do anything like that. You just keep ranking pages, and you just have them keep selling the pages, and that's how you just grow your business from there. It's pretty silly to do. So with that being said, this is probably one of the easiest ways to make money from SEO ever, because you don't really have to do any talented rankings, you don't have to do any talented selling, you don't have to do anything, and it's virtually guaranteed to sell because you just have the #1 spot that's going to make people a lot of money. Now, you don't want to do this in low-end niches. These are niches where the person only makes like $20 a sale or something like that, because it doesn't pay off. That's just one thing I wanted to touch about really quickly. Like Plano, Texas flower shops. It's not really going to pay off for them. It's much easier to make the sale to high-end businesses because they know that they get one sale from it. They just paid for the whole entire page virtually for the entire year. If they get 2 clients over the span of an entire year, they've paid for it like 8 to 10 times over. It's absurd. So guys, with all that being said, super easy method to make money with, and I hope this benefited you. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Hey, what is going on? Welcome to the final video in the Pure ROI Tactics section. Now, this is a pretty short lesson. I've never done this as much as some other people have in the past. However, this is an extremely easy way to make money again. And basically all it comes down to is flipping domains. What you have to keep in mind, guys, is you have a huge advantage in domain buying. You can find domains that most people will pay hundreds of dollars for and usually get them for 20 to 50 bucks. Even $100. You can find a domain that people pay, $300, $400 for, and you'll get it for $100 because you know where to look, what to look for, so forth, yada yada yada. Now, that means you have a huge advantage, and you can get domains super cheaply. And with that being said, you can sell them for literally double the price that most people would usually pay. So, what I want to kind of explain to you in this video is how to easily go out there and sell your sites. Now, if you get into SEO groups and stuff like that, it's very, very easy to sell domains and stuff like that. And I'll be breaking down how to get into those groups and so forth in a little bit. I'm also going to show you how to sell them super casually off GoDaddy, and I'm even going to talk to you a little bit about creating your own little domain flipping business or maybe link rental business. I'll give you a few examples of other members that I've seen go and do this. So that being said, I'm just going to hop straight over to GoDaddy right now and kind of start breaking this down. Okay, so check this out. All we really want to do is we want to go in. This is the first kind of way to just sell your domain super duper easily. Now this will usually work for domains that are PR1, 2, and 3. If you're able to go out and efficiently pick up PR5 domains doing this, by all means. However, when you get to the point where you're buying the PR5 domains and stuff like that, it's usually better to start your own domain flipping business where you actually are in groups. You kind of have a customer base to do that. It's generally much easier to do the easy flips to, you know, buy it for 20 bucks, sell it for 50 bucks on GoDaddy, using the methods I'm going to show you right here. Anyways, what you want to do, you just want to go to your domains and go to manage domains. And I'm going to jump in and show you what I'm talking about. Alright, you can see I got this pretty old domain I have right here, and I believe this is probably, let's just throw it in there really quickly in the PR scanner, is a PR3. So it's really simple to do this in GoDaddy. After you attach your PayPal account and so forth into GoDaddy, all you want to do is go list on GoDaddy auctions. Now, what you're going to do really quickly is, what you can usually do, you don't really need to fill out any of this stuff right here. Not too important. What you want to do, guys, is you can do a few things. All right, you want to put either on a 7-day public auction, and this is where we'll get auctioned off. What's going to happen with this sometimes, guys, sometimes you might get some bids on the auction. It might take off. You might be able to sell this PR3 for 100 bucks. If you bought it for about 20, that's what we got it for. And that's completely reasonable for a PR3. A lot of people will pay that. What you can also do, if you just want to make your cash back now, is you could also put in buy now. Now, as most people do with their buy nows, is most people that do buy nows, they just want to get the domain super quickly. They want it in their account that day, essentially. They don't want to do the bidding. They don't want to do all that kind of stuff. So usually what happens in the buy nows, guys, you'll get people who, you know, if they were through auction, they'd probably only pay 40 bucks for a domain, but since they're getting it so quickly, they pay an extra 10 to 20 bucks. So basically what I want to do is I just want to have my payment profile cooked up right there. And what I would do for this domain is I'd actually do two things. I would either put it up for auction, first off, or I would set, you know, I would set two things. All right, first off, I would either just put it in the auction, or if I wanted to just make money quickly, I'd put it in the buy now. And so, well, like I said before with the buy now, if you have a decent PR, most people are going to organize all their sites by PR. That's how most people use Register Compass and the tools we've gone through. They organize it by PR instead of Moz, specialty and stuff like that. Most people aren't very educated when it comes to buying PR domains. At that point in time, all you want to do, guys, is you just really want to go save and start the auction. I'm not going to start this because I don't want to sell this domain. I'm just going to put it in general. But we just hit save and it will start the auction, put it in the buy now. And you basically just swap places with what we've been doing this whole time. Where we've been the one digging through Register Compass. Someone else will just go through Register Compass, and there usually aren't that many good PR domains, legitimate PR domains in the buy now. And you just put it on there, set your price. I'd put it for maybe 90 for this, and just see what happens. It's an extremely efficient way to just flip your sites very quickly without really doing much selling or anything for you, because GoDaddy puts the auction out there very easily for you. Now, one of the best ways to also sell this very easily, if you're not too much of a salesperson, which you're an SEO, you're not here really to become a salesperson, I understand that, is by joining SEO groups. Now, Source OII is a really good example of this. Don't let me catch you spamming our thread with, you know, offers for your domains or PR link rentals and stuff like that. But if you mention it every now and then, say, hey, you know, I got some links over here if anybody wants to check them out, that's completely fine. If it becomes spammy or anything like that, I'm instantly going to shut it down the group. However, there's tons of SEO groups on Facebook, so you can just literally go. Now, a lot of the groups do have things about promotion and stuff like that. It's a little bit more difficult to jump in these groups, but if you get in good with some of the groups, you get in some of the very private masterminds that are out there. For example, the ones that only have, like, you know, one member or something like that. It's very easy to go in there. And let's just see right here. You can see on this group right here, just this Position 1 Elite, you're allowed to talk about your service and stuff like that. So if you get in these groups, you make a few friends and so forth. It's very easy if you're really good at buying domains. Most people don't like buying domains. I don't like buying domains. I have a guy, a broker, basically, who buys all my domains for me. So if you can get in these groups with kind of the more richer SEOs and stuff like that, if you make a few friends with them, offer to just buy their domains for them at a 30 to 40% markup or something like that. Don't even mention the 30 to 40%. Just say, hey, look, I got these domains. I'll just keep streaming you domains if you want. Because a lot of good SEOs will just buy them like clockwork. So you really don't need, put a big ad or anything like that. All you really need to be able to do is just make a few friends, make about 10 people that are constantly looking to grow their PR networks, and then just sell those people. And it's an easy, passive way to make about an extra $1,000 to $2,000 per month doing this. Now, you can also do the same thing on the Warrior Forum, Black Hat World, yada yada, the same exact thing we talked about when it came to renting links. However, it's a little bit more difficult to pull off. Don't be afraid of going to places like that and basically, renting out the sites and stuff like that, or actually offering to flip domains and so forth. The last thing I really want to leave you with is just in all of the, in GoDaddy really quickly, is it's super easy to push over. Just if you want to move domains over to another person's account, all you really want to do when you get another person's account name, you just go and you enter their details. That's it, all right? And you can just force it over to their account very, 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 very easily. And that's basically how you complete the transaction if you're selling through your own little business. Last thing I also wanted to leave you with, I'm going to use just a quick example. You see, this is just a friend of mine from our Dynasty coaching group for SourceWave. And you can see really quickly what he basically does. He just goes and buys up domains, and he's pretty well known in our little Dynasty group, and he does exactly what I just told you, and basically sells to a lot of members in the group and a lot of people that are on SourceWave and stuff like that. I totally really have no problem with it whatsoever. You can see, but he also does a few things like, include the page rank, the Moz stats, all the things we've covered in this course that other SEOs are looking at. So just a really quick example of what you might actually want to be looking into when it comes to flipping your domains. It's a very, very simple thing to do. There isn't too much to do except just say, hey, go buy domains cheaply and then tell people you have cheaper domains and then sell them off. Now, if you want to go and kind of analyze the prices or know what to sell it at, the best places really go, you can go to a place like TB Solutions, or you can look at what other people are selling them for. Now, you can see on TB right here, I'm not going to pull up all their domains and stuff like that. I'm not going to log in right now. Actually, I will log in. I'm just lying to you. And you can see right here just how much money you can charge for the domains. I'm just going to go to the PR3s really quickly. And you can see some of these domains, they are charging $500 to $395 for. Now, I find these a little bit overpriced, but you can just see how much people are willing to pay for domains, especially when someone else is buying them for you. A lot of these domains are not actually that special either. I was just going through some of them, and none of them are actually domains that actually even pay anywhere close for this. But you can see really quickly, if you pick up a PR3 domain for $50, don't be afraid to try and charge $200 for it, because people will pay that if you get in the right kind of groups and stuff like that. So that's just a quick little lesson, guys, on flipping domains. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed the pure ROI section. All right, be sure to hop over to all the other videos, and let's keep crushing this.
Hey there, you ROI-onians. That's the country term. When we move to Canada and invade Quebec, we're going to name it ROI Nation, and everyone's going to be called ROI-onians. Yeah, so we're not actually going to do that, and I apologize to any Canadians watching this video, but what we are going to do is talk about client SEO. Oh yeah, a lot of people have been asking for this, and so, by popular demand, since we listen to you and want you to be happy since you gave us money, we're going to get straight into it. And one of the reasons why I'm really excited to talk about this is because this is where I like to make my SEO money. It's because it's the fastest, easiest SEO money you can make online. It is just incredibly easy. And the reason for this is, hypothetically, you are one phone call away from having a client that will pay you $5,000 per month. Now, are you going to pick up the phone call after watching this lesson and get someone to pay you $5,000 a month for your SEO? Maybe. There's going to be some pretty cool sales tactics in this, and I think you can do that. However, I find it significantly easier to get SEO clients to make money doing SEO for others than ranking affiliate sites. It's just a lot more guaranteed money, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong. Affiliate sites, that little SourceThread site I showed you makes $6,000 a month from one little page. Once you kind of have your feet on solid ground, you can absolutely kill it with affiliate SEO. But if you're just starting off, this is one of the easiest ways to make money. A really quick example of this, I came up with a sales strategy you're going to see in this course. I was able to increase my income by over $400,000 per year just using Facebook ads and pitching to surging clients, which is kind of my niche of expertise when it comes to SEO and consulting. That's very, very, very hard to create a website that makes $35,000 per month. I've never done it affiliate-wise, and maybe you should slap me or something like that. However, it was generally easy for me to do this. And also with the type of clients I target and so forth, it wasn't too hard to do. So why is it the fastest, easiest SEO money? It's significantly easier to get a client, $5K per month in clients, than it is to get a $5K affiliate site if you're starting out. I know people that make affiliate sites, you know, that SourceShort site is a $6K per month affiliate site. The athletics site we showed you, Workout Reviews, that's a $10K per month site. However, if you're just starting off, like you just picked up this course, you don't have too much money to invest, it's significantly easier to pick up the phone or use the tactics I'm going to show you a few times to just get clients paying you up front. It's actually very easy. And there's no real hard cost up front because when you get a client, they start paying you right away. It's not like you have to go out there and rank sites before talking to them or spend any money on ranking sites or actually do anything except get them to sign the contract or just how PayPal you the money. So there's no real hard cost. So this is really a great position to start off with if you are just getting into SEO. And in fact, most people I know that were able to quit their day jobs and start making the first 10K a month, a big majority of it comes from client-based SEO. So be sure to listen up. Now, clients will also pay for your PR links. If the person gives you $1,000 per month, you can spend $500 of that for 2 months in a row on building out your PR site. And you can use those PR sites to rank your affiliate sites and your client sites at the same time. Now, everyone should be doing this, and it's usually very easy to get your clients' rankings. Most of the time, what the client's going to tell you how to target, it takes like 2 PR links, and you're making, you know, $500 to $1,000 a month passively just sitting there. It's very, very, very easy to do, and a lot of people sometimes think local SEO, you need some talent or you need to be a top-notch SEO. Just not true. In fact, you can be a very mediocre SEO and make a lot of money. Fun story, most agencies out there that make, you know, over 100K a month in SEO contracts, the people working there have never even ranked a single affiliate site. That is how it was when I was working at an agency. I was the only person who, you know, worked there that ever even touched their own affiliate websites. So here's what it involves, in short. It involves getting someone to pay you to do their SEO for their business. You just basically do SEO for someone else instead of yourself. And it makes a lot of sense. If you have a doctor and you can rank him first for, I don't know, let's just say College Station doctor, and he gets 3 more clients that month that pay anywhere from $1,000, if he's paying you $1,000 per month, that little bit of traffic you've got in him just made him $3,000. It's a 3 times return on his investment. That's why SEO is so great for businesses. So it's not just for affiliate stuff. Now, what we're going to be learning in this kind of lesson or section is client basics and attainment. I'm going to tell you kind of what to look for, what to expect with clients if you're pretty much a beginner, and kind of show you who to go after, who to target, and kind of that whole process. Then I'm going to be showing you how to rank clients, and it's actually really easy. It's the same thing we've been doing, except we're not going to be buying base sites for most examples. We're just going to be hitting them with PR links and probably changing the rules just a little bit, going to be using a little less spam when it comes to our rankings. Now I'm just going to be showing you advanced ways to get clients. And when I say advanced, I mean, okay, it's actually kind of stupid, easy ways to get clients. I personally don't like picking up the phone and cold calling. It's ineffective. And if you follow the ways I'm going to show you to get clients, you're going to have more clients coming in than you know what to do with. Now, keep in mind, getting clients has more to do with your sales skills than your SEO. Now, look, I'm not saying be a bad SEO. Not at all. All right. If once you get a client and you can't deliver, then you might be in trouble. But if you have this course, you can deliver. You can deliver. So if you're shy about, putting I don't know, your foot on the concrete, the pedal to the metal. I don't know where I'm going with this. It really, you have everything you need to provide the service. So don't be nervous about that. In the worst case scenario, if you mess up, you learned something and you lost a client. That's all there is. You have to refund them. That's the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. And if you don't want to refund them, you technically don't have to. You can just say, hey, all sales are final. I did my best. I did my work for you. Totally up to you how you want to handle that. But what you have to understand is getting clients has more to do with your sales skills than your actual SEO skills. You can rank websites all day long, but if you don't know how to get someone to pay you for it, then all you can do is rank websites all day long, which is a skill within itself, but most people don't know what SEO is, so just the fact that you're the world's best SEO is not going to get you tons of clients. So keep that in mind. Just realize that your selling ability And getting clients has nothing to do with your SEO skill, even though your SEO skill is important to providing the service. It has nothing to do with getting clients. Just understand that. Now, your future has everything to do with your sales skills. One of the most important things you can ever learn, this has nothing to really do with SEO, but one of the most important things you can ever learn is how to get customers in the door. Because what puts money in your pocket is the ability to get customers in the door. When you're doing affiliate SEO, you're getting customers in the door for another business. When you're doing client SEO, you're getting customers in the door for yourself. When you start getting a lot of customers in the door, you can start having a staff and start having other people do your SEO for you, and all you do is focus on getting customers. That's when you're really going to start making a ton of money. Now, this is an SEO course, and it's not a sales training course. I'm not going to sit up here and write a full course on how to sell things, because that would take way too long. That needs to be its own course on itself. However, I am one of the best SEO salespersons online right now, and I've sold millions, literal millions of dollars in SEO stuff directly to people. So you're in good hands. This is not just some guy in the war forum saying, hey, I'm going to show you to sell stuff to people with my little routines. This is how I've made millions of dollars selling SEO, and this is how you're going to make money doing SEO. Just like the course itself, you're working with the best. This is how it's done. There's no theory. This is just how I've made a ton of money selling SEO. I don't guarantee you're going to get the same result, but this is exactly how I go out there and sell a lot of SEO. So let's jump into this. Hop over to the next video, and we'll start talking about client basics and what you need to know to get started. All right, talk to you. Howdy, dudes. This is Becker again, and we are going to talk about client basics and obtainments. Woo! Exciting stuff. No. Alright, so this video is going to be beginner focused. That means if you already are getting clients and you know how to call people and sell stuff and you have a general good idea of what you're doing, this might not be too useful for you. But if you're a beginner, you've never sold SEO before, you don't know what client-based SEO is, and you're kind of like a monkey humping a football right now, this is exactly for you. Just don't hump any footballs. That's gross. Now, what we're going to be getting to in this lesson is 4 little simple things. I'm going to be showing you where to get clients, where to find clients 101, just kind of basically who needs SEO. And next thing I'm going to be showing you is what type of clients to go for. This is what a lot of clients mess up. They kind of target clients that don't need SEO or it doesn't make sense for them to have SEO. I'm going to be showing you some basic ways to get clients, and I'm going to be talking about the most basic ways. I'm going to be showing you my favorite ways to get clients in the final video in this section. We also have a few other guys that I'm buddies with who I've paid to make videos showing you how they get lots of clients, because there's more than one way to skin a Wookiee. So, and I'm also going to be showing you basic things to check for you so you don't end up with stinker clients. So, where do we find clients? Literally everywhere. Everywhere. But there's better ways to find them. Let me just show you really quickly. Alright, I've just gone up here and I'm typing in Denver SEO. And if you like type in like DC limo, you can see like one of our clients. This is actually Jake's client right here, showing up first in Google right here. You just see presidential limousine. So it's a pretty good example. We can just type in like Washington DC limo service. And I believe you'll see the same exact thing. Our client is absolutely dominating it. So just a good example right here of a person who would make sense to have SEO, because they make a lot every time they pick up drunk people in their limos. Now, look, who needs SEO services? Look at all these people buying ads right here. Look at all these people buying ads. If you don't see them on the front page, guess what? They need SEO services. You see all these people back here on the second page? Definitely need SEO services. All these people need SEO services. So where we're going to look for clients, one of the most basic ways to find clients is just to look at the first 3 back pages of Google. And then we can see all sorts of people right here trying to, shuffle their services. Whether, it's a dentist, we type in Denver dentist right here. We can see all sorts of businesses out there that want customers, and a lot of people on the first through 3rd or 4th page know about it, and they would prefer to show up on the first page. So taking this kind of knowledge, knowing that they prefer to show up on the first page, we want to get them to pay us to do that for them. And it's very simple to do with the stuff you've learned in this course. In fact, it's absolutely comically easy. A lot of the client stuff I'm going to be showing up is actual Jake's clients. You might have seen him in the group once or twice. Absolutely ruining Google with his SEO skills, and it's just doing the same stuff you see in this course. Nothing too crazy. Actually, a lot less crazier stuff than you've seen with other rankings we've gotten. So let's hop back to it really quickly. All right, so what type of clients we want to go for? Now, this is kind of a little conundrum. I'm going to pull up my little notepad to explain this. All right, so I'm going to put this in big font right here. And a lot of people go, well, you know, target types of people in this profession, target types of people who do this, target people this certain search volume. And here is my explanation of the best way to really go after it. If you're going to target a client, you want the search volume times the sales, our cost per or price per sale. Let's just say that search times price per sale to be greater than your price of service. Okay, so let's explain that in a non-stupid way. All right, we want the search volume. I'm going to shrink this just a little bit so it doesn't look like a cadoodle badoodle. And let's shrink that down just a little bit. All right. So look, the search volume of whatever we're going to be ranking, we want, it doesn't matter what the search volume is, but we want the search volume times the price per sale to be logically or reasonably greater than your price of service. So if you charge $1,000 per month, all right, and let's just say the search volume for the entire search, this is like a low-end search right here, is 10 searches per month, but the sale is $8,000. This is like a rhinoplasty example right here. Yes, all right, because if they get one lead from that, it instantly pays for that over and over again. And by the way, the conversion rates on local business sites is like 5 to 10%, depending on the search. For example, if someone types in like emergency dentist, the conversion rate is going to be like 50% because someone really needs their teeth worked on. But if someone's like, you know, teeth whitening in Dallas, conversion rate's going to be like probably 3 to 5% or something like that. So just kind of keep that in mind with that. You don't even have to share this really with the clients. A lot of people just want to show up on the first page. But that's what you want to kind of go for. All right, so say if like it's a flower shop and the monthly search is like 800 searches per month, you can probably get them maybe like 15, 20 customers that month, or in that kind of base range. If they're making 30 bucks from that, they only can make really like 600 bucks per month. So we really want our base price to be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 bucks. So when we're looking at services, guys, don't really get lost in the rules of thumb, and I'm not giving you a definite rule of thumb right here. Look for businesses where it makes sense. This means businesses that usually will make about $500 to $1,000 to $8,000 to $10,000 to $100,000 per sale. We don't want to be promoting, you know, sandwich shops, you know, maybe like a shoe store, maybe a high-end shoe store, but we don't really want to be promoting anything that's like little. All right, we don't want to be promoting Arby's, which is also a sandwich shop. We don't want to be like promoting flower shops, you know, dog walking services. And businesses that just don't make a lot per customer. All right, so we want the search volume to be there, and we want the price per customer to be there. So just kind of use that as a rule of thumb. If you have any questions about what businesses you might want to go after, throw off your business ideas in the group, and we'll either shoot them down immediately or let you know if it's a good idea or not. So don't need to go too far into that. Some good places to start off, you know, realtors, real estate, dentists, where I'll actually just throw in a bunch of really good idea niches to kind of dig around in first. The high-end niches I talked about before in the tricks of the trade or the ninja tricks videos, those are all excellent niches as well because they're really easy to sell and you can just rent the pages out. So that's kind of the type of client you want to go for. Now, how do we get clients? All right, how do we get clients? Now, this is a really basic, rudimentary way to get clients. And there's a few different ways to do this, and I'm just going to give you the most basic. What's the most basic way to get these guys as clients? We're going to call up on the phone and offer to do SEO for them. Now, I'm going to get really into pitching and how to kind of reel clients in a little bit later in the third video. And I really don't like cold calling, but however, you just kind of understand, like, this is kind of how you reach these people. They have their phone number, and you basically want to ask to speak with the person behind the business. Now, below this video, I've linked a complete book on all my old cold calling tactics, and I had some evil shit I would do to get in touch with the person who owns the businesses. Now, a lot of times when you call up these businesses, you're going to run into what people call gatekeepers. This is basically the secretary, and they're there to take appointments and get rid of dickheads like you who want to sell stuff. Kind of wish you had one of those on your phone with all the kind of spam calls you might be getting sometimes. But anyways, really simple way to reach out to these businesses, guys. Just find their emails and find their phone numbers on their sites. I know this is like duh kind of stuff, but that's basically all there is to it. And you know, I've met many people who've gotten a business of like 60K or like 90K a year just from just calling up businesses. Now, you might need to make a few phone calls But I feel like it's kind of a convenient thought to know that you could be like maybe 200 phone calls away from quitting your job. Just pick up the phone and make some phone calls and offer people your services and stuff like that. Check out kind of the sales tactics I have in the book below. Use that to kind of create your own and just kind of understand the basics or premise behind all this. And that's really all you got to be looking for in that type of situation. Now, there's a few things we want to look for before taking on a client. And again, I'm going to be getting into more advanced stuff. You're going to be seeing a lot more web strategies with clients, but this is what we must avoid when we're taking on a client. Just if you're brand new, you must look for this. We do not want to take on no-pulse clients. These are people that have penalized sites, sites we're not allowed to work on, or more so penalized or messed up sites. What we want to do is we want to look at the site the same way we look at a PR website. A lot of times SEO business, or just businesses in general, have had SEO in the past and they had bad SEO done to them. A lot of businesses you're going to run into actually have penalized sites. You must check this. Look for spam links. Look for safe links. Look for really bad, comment links, forum links, basically any sign of spam. Whenever we're doing SEO on our client sites, and I'll get into this more in the ranking video, we want to only be using clean SEO, which is our PR sites and kind of organic links. That's what we're going to be doing. So we have to make sure their site is healthy before going out there. That's one of the biggest things we have to look for right off the bat. Now, with that being said, that's all we really have to worry about. If their site is not healthy, we're probably going to want to rank a new site. We don't want to try and revive their site. I know there's a 301 redirect trick that Jake showed you. That's like doing CPR. It works like 50% of the time, or sometimes might not work. That's cool for like your affiliate sites and stuff like that. So if they do have a penalized site, we're going to want to do a few things. First off, they can keep their site, but we really want to de-index all from Google, and I'll be getting into this more in the kind of ranking or recovering or dealing with stupid clients video. However, what we also want to make sure of is that we're allowed to freely work on their site, change their title tags, change the page optimization as much as we want. Sometimes when you first get into this, you might end up taking on clients you shouldn't, clients that have dead sites, clients that won't let you do what you want to their site, and you can't really help them. Right? It's literally like someone bringing in a corpse and being like, "Hey, I want him to run for president." All right? It's not gonna happen. All right? You gotta have a live person. You gotta have them looking good before you're gonna be able to promote them and stuff like that. Now, with that also being said, what you also really want to make clear with your clients before you take them on, say, "Hey, look, I'll analyze your site really quickly for free." If their site is penalized, say like, "Look, your site right now is penalized. It won't show up in Google. How about we rank another site that looks very similar to your site, and we'll use this to get clients." Make sure that's okay. It's just one big thing you want to check into before you do this. Very simple stuff, and we're going to be getting into that more in the advanced sales tactics section. Now, we're going to be hopping over and showing you how to rank client sites now. It's going to be really cool, and hopefully it makes you happy. So guys, let's hop into that in the next video.
Well, hello there, this is Becker, and we're going to be talking in this video about ranking clients, the big hot topic that everybody wants to talk about in the Facebook group. Now, I'm just not really going to fluff around or make too much, corny jokes like I do in other videos. I'm just going to get real into this really quickly. And the first thing I really want to stress, though, is it's essentially the same crap on a different day. Ranking clients' websites is not all that different from ranking your own website. In fact, a lot of times it's a lot easier if you're taking the type of clients that I suggested in previous videos. So just keep that at heart, and my best advice is really don't overcomplicate this. If you're brand new to SEO, don't overcomplicate getting clients. For the most part, I'm going to be giving you some cool little tricks and stuff like that and some extra tidbits, but all you need to do is build some PR links to their site 90% of the time. So in this lesson, what I'm going to be teaching you is how to do the upfront analysis, how to understand the difference between this and client sites. I'm going to show you how to set up the site in the bestest way possible, and we're going to build our PR links. And I'm also going to show you how to build client-safe supporting links. Extremely easy to do, and we're going to be getting into that right now. So the first thing we always want to do when we take on a client is we want to make sure their site is not possessed by the devil or penalized, same exact thing. Now, what we're going to do with our sites, and I'm not going to go and do this live because it's the same thing as checking PR sites, guys. Go through their links. Make sure they don't have any spammy forum links. Make sure they don't have lots of spammy comment links. Make sure they don't have any de-index blog network links. You can just very easily spot those. The blog network is very easy to spot. Make sure there's no spammy blog network links coming to the site or anything like that. Now, you need to ask them before you get started, have they done SEO before? Or have they ever had any SEO done in the past? A lot of times they're going to say yes. Most sites have had some form of SEO done to them. A lot of times owners will go out there and they'll just buy SEO packages online and stuff like that. Link building packages, try and do their own SEO and so forth. Just basically read somewhere on the word forum, hey, just hit your site with 1,000 links, and you'll find a lot of owners have actually penalized their site. And you really need to dig into this. If they haven't hired someone before, just ask if they've ever done any type of SEO. And just because if they say no, doesn't necessarily mean there hasn't been any SEO done to the site. That's why you always want to dig around. Now, you also want to look at where they're sitting. If they've never had any SEO done before, they really should be, if their site is optimized, they should be floating around in the top 100. That's just how that works. However, if the site's not optimized, they shouldn't be floating around anywhere. And if they've had SEO before, this site should again be in the top 100. If they've had SEO before and it's like 200 pages back or 200 spots back, or it's like in the past like the 5th page or something like that, there's something that was wrong with SEO. There's no way you can have someone do SEO to your site and optimize it and it be sitting past the 5 pages deep, because once you get the first 5 pages, there's a lot of sites that just don't have any SEO at all that are going to be showing up. So they should be showing up there. If they're not, they're probably penalized. You also want to look at the types of links they have. I got into that, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Now what you really want to do is check if they've eaten a penalty. That's what you want to look at with the SEO links and stuff like that. Is there a lot of over-optimization on the site? Is there a lot of over-optimization in the links? You got to check all those things out to make sure that that is exactly what you gotta spot those kind of things going on right there. Now, the easiest way to really spot a penalty is just what I just told you. If it's sitting back in the 5 pages back or 4 pages back, it's got over-complicated or over-optimized links or spammy links going to it, most likely they ate a penalty. And you also want to go to their site and you want to make sure they're not using duplicate content. The easiest way to do this, go grab it, throw it into a site called Copyscape, which I've linked to below this video. Very simple to use, so I'm not going to train you to do it. You copy and paste shit in there, and then it tells you if it's anywhere else on the internet. If they have duplicate content, there's a really good chance they're eating a Panda penalty as well. Now, with all that being said, a lot of times you're going to get clients that have penalized sites, more so than not. If they're ranking on the 2nd page and they've had SEO, or they're ranking deep in there and they've had the SEO before, 9 times out of 10 the SEOs before you probably penalized their site, because most agencies even, or most professional SEOs in the past would use really spammy blog networks and stuff to rank clients and then just make a killing doing that. And that was their method of choice, so it got a lot of client-based websites penalized. So with that being said, when you take a client on, if they have eaten these penalties, you want to make them indubitably, I don't even know if that's the right use of the word, but indubitably aware that their site has been penalized and no one's going to be able to help them. It has nothing to do with your SEO skill or anything like that. And what you need to do is say, look, your site's penalized. The chances of me being able to get it up there are slim to none, and anybody who tells you they can is lying to you. What we need to do is, you can keep this site. We're going to keep this site up for your current customers and stuff like that, but I guarantee you this site is not getting any traffic from Google anytime soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it so we're going to be ranking another site in Google, and we're just going to rank a site that looks just like your site, and we're going to rank that instead. It's going to be much easier for me to do this. You're going to get much faster results from my service, and leave it at that. If they want to keep their own site, you just need to keep rubbing in like, hey, you can keep this site, but we're going to de-index it. Don't say de-index to them, that sounds bad. Just say, we're going to make this other site have priority because, look, your site's not going to be getting any traffic from Google, so it's pointless to try and rank it in Google. Your site's in Google jail at the moment, so sorry about that. And if they don't agree to that, then you don't want that as a client, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to go on, you're going to get them on board, and 6 months later when they're like, what the hell, why is my site ranking? You're going to be like, well, I told you so. And they'll be like, well, I want my money back. And then you're in an awkward situation dealing with a dickhead. So don't take on dickhead clients who don't want you to do stuff to their site. Now, the big difference between this and other SEO is it's not very different. However, we primarily do not want any links we can control. We cannot control going to the website. That's why we're going to be building a lot of PR links and kind of focusing on that. And it's for good and evil. If you get a client in kind of a more competitive niche, you're going to need more than PR links. We're going to be building citations, making Facebook pages, all sorts of neat stuff like that. But a lot of times, 9 out of 10 times, especially with your first clients, you're going to be able to rank them just with a blog network. And that's what I suggest doing. You might even want to just ignore all the other stuff I talked about in this. Just rank them with a blog network. Very simple. Now, what we want to do because of that, for the good, is because we can completely control those links. There's nothing else going to the site except our good clean links, and it's going to sit up there forever. That's the good part. We don't want any links that might get penalized in the future, because then your client's going to freak out. Now, the evil part to this is if they stop paying you, you can take their links down and put them to someone else, right? A lot of businesses, you're not really going to deal with this because a lot of businesses don't know this, but you want to be able to remove their links and be like, well, look, you're not getting any. You want to be able to turn off the faucet. That's a problem a lot of SEOs have. They'll turn the faucet on, the client's getting lots of leads, and then the client is like, forgets to pay 1 month, and then the client realizes they don't really need to keep paying to keep their ranking. So keep that in mind. Now, most of the time we're also going to be going to be working on age sites. That's not always good because a lot of sites or old client sites already have some doo-doo history. No, but it also is good because it means we can be pretty aggressive. We don't really have to be building links at a slow pace. And the links we're going to be building this, you really can't get penalized building them, but we're not going to be, we don't have to really worry about any too fast link building penalties or stuff like that. Now, there also usually be a limited amount of keywords. To an affiliate site, we want to rank for everything we possibly can. With clients, I suggest giving them a list of 10 keywords you're going to rank them for. And as they want to grow the list, you charge them more and so forth like that. That's the best way to go about that. There's going to be a limited amount of keywords, and there's usually a limited amount of keywords you can go for. There's only so many ways you can rank for Dallas Dentist out there. Now, brand links are basically very simple. We don't want EMD sites first off. If you're making a new site for a client, you want their homepage to be their business name, their name, I don't know, drdaney.com. So just keep that in mind, and I'm going to be getting into kind of more of the brand links here in a second, and how to build them. It's a pretty simple process. We just use a little bit different anchor text than we would before. So what I want to jump into right now is building that site, since we're being kind of witty right now. Anyways, let's hop over to that. So anyways, this hunk of mess right here is how we want to set up the site, and I promise will make sense here in a second. I'm going to change my color of my little pen to yellow. So anyways, what we have here is basically the business's website, and this will be the home page of the site right here. And I'm going to take that away, make that right there, a little bit bigger. But this will be the home page of the site right here, the business name and stuff like that. And what we're going to focus on keyword-wise for that page is literally just the business's name. That is it. We're going to have the business's name, the address, stuff like that on there, and the description, everything. You just want the business's name, the basic generic stuff you'd have on any site. A lot of guys will go out there and they'll try and rank the home page for the main keyword, and it's just a pain in the butt because a lot of times when you're dealing with a site, they don't have the keyword in the URL of their main page, right? It's going to be like DannyDentist.com, right? You can't. It's hard to do that because you're losing the advantage of having the keyword in the URL. So what I prefer doing is ranking the inner pages of the site. You can see right here, I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit so we can see everything. But you can see right here what I got going on is you see I have the site.com, that's just a normal page, and I have the keyword Dallas Dentist. And what we're going to do on this page right here is this is going to be our kind of most competitive keyword, and focusing on the city area, because I'm assuming most of the people doing this are going to be doing local niches. Just a little heads up, I'll get into this later in another video. You don't have to work with people in your local area. You can be in Cuba and you can still reach people and do SEO for people in Texas or Hawaii or anywhere all around the world. You have the internet, so don't be silly about that. But anyways, you can see right here, make the inner page for the most competitive keyword. And then what you do is you make sub-pages of that page that target the suburbs in the area, because that's the other keywords you're usually going to be going after in this example. Now, you can see how it's also set up right here. You see I have site.com, Dallas Dentist, and then the child page is Plano, which you can set up in WordPress very easily. Now, why do I do this? I like to make it so that basically this makes the Dallas Dentist page right here look very important, like it's the focal point, it's the topic page of the site. And doing this allows me to get some really good rankings. I always just see it rank a lot better when I do this, so that's exactly what I do. Now you can also see right here with the Plano URL, I don't put the word Plano Dentist in there because I already have the word dentist right here in this URL right here. All I do is just put Plano, and this is an easy way to avoid over-optimization while still being very, very optimized. And it makes a lot of sense to Google. It looks very organized, and it makes the Dallas Dentist page look a lot more like a big topic. So it boosts the rankings of the Dallas Dentist page, also boosts the rankings of the Plano page as well, or the suburb page. And I do it with every single one of the suburbs. Now,
What I will also do is a lot of times with clients you'll have what I call MISC keywords. For example, of course you're going to want to rank for Dallas dentist and Plano dentist and stuff like that. However, they might also have weird keywords like Plano cosmetic dentist and stuff like that. Now, what you want to do in that case, or that scenario right there, you really don't want to do this whole child sub-page thing right here. Don't be worrying about that. Just make an additional page on the site. You can see it here, site.com/MISC, and get the keyword in the URL right there. Now, what we want to be doing also is you don't really want to be putting too many keywords on one page that are kind of too different. For example, if I wanted to rank for Dallas dentist, I wouldn't want to try and fit too much stuff in there, like Dallas dentist and teeth whitening on there. Instead, I make my keyword or title or something like that. I try and fit in like Dallas cosmetic dentist, best Dallas cosmetic dentist, and I maybe find a few other keywords that are very similar. All right, don't be crushing too many keywords in the one page. That's kind of a doo-doo thing to do. So keep that in mind. So at max, what I would do is like Dallas. So at max, what I would do right here is like Dallas cosmetic dentist. I pick that keyword in there for that page. I want to make a separate page for cosmetic dentist, and something else. I'd maybe fit another keyword that's somewhat related. So hopefully that makes sense. Now you're also going to have info pages on your site. These are just going to be the pages where customers come and get information on the site. Just a generic pages that every site has. Don't really have any ranking potential. And how we're going to do that, we're going to do the same exact child page thing. We're going to make it a child page of the Dallas dentist page or the city page. So again, it makes that page look a lot more important, and it gets that URL and our links more often and stuff like that. Now, how I link the site together. All right, you can see we have the home page right here, and it's going to link to the city page. That's just where we're going to link out to. And this is what I do. You can do it any other way. Just understand you need to control the juice flowing through the site. So where this Dallas page right here then links to is its child pages right here. All right, you can see it links to the suburb pages. You just follow the white link pattern right here. Now you can see the suburb pages then link back to the home page. So it creates this kind of link circle right here that makes everything look better. So when we build links to the suburbs, it builds links to the home page. The home page builds links to the suburbs, and it just goes in a nice little circle. Now, for our MISC keywords down here, all link back to the Dallas page. For our info pages, all link down to the Dallas page. Now, when we're linking to our info pages on the site, these pages, because you of course need to have info pages so the customers go places, link to them from the menu if you can. It's okay to have links on the site going to them, but it kind of sends link juice to the pages you're not really trying to rank. So link to them from the menu if you possibly can. There's some cases where you'll need to link to inner pages, or you'll need to link to these pages within the content of the site. Now, don't go and over freaking complicate this. I just realized, a lot of people are gonna be like, well, what if there's like a cat on the page and it's link? I have to link out to another page, and we don't overcomplicate it. You don't even need to do half the stuff. This is just the best practices. That's really all you need. So basically, what happens where you want to be sending links to is the home page. You want to be sending links to the top city page, and you want to be sending links to the suburbs when you do that kind of 3 linking pattern I showed you on my PR sites. So the link juice kind of just flows through the whole entire site, and if you hit it right here, it's going to rank really well. Now, a lot of pages, or a lot of local sites, or a lot of business sites have a lot of erroneous pages, like info, terms of service, weird stuff like that. You don't need to have those out there. You don't need to have them, those pages on the site. So just de-index them. There's a simple de-indexing plugin that I'll post below. Just de-index it on the site, and you don't need to have those pages indexed. You just want to have a very simple, I'm putting an S right here for simple, site for your clients. You don't need to have super deep pages. Now, when you take on maybe bigger clients, you might, but for most clients, you just need a very simple site. So keep that all in mind. Let's hop back and get into building the links. Now, when it comes to building our PR links, not going to get too much into this because it's the same exact damn thing. If you have a dentist client, make dental-themed PR sites and link to them. It's that simple. That is it. That is the exact same thing we're doing in the rank affiliate site, so not really going to get into that. The big difference, though, is brand links. And I hate these red little squiggly lines. YouTube and Google are totally a word. Oh, I forgot to capitalize them, so it's mad at me. Anyways, we want to go out there and build brand links, and I've linked to 2 packages below. The Giza Pyramid works great, and it makes more sense since you're getting paid to do this, and you can put it as a hard cost.
You're not putting it out of pocket like an affiliate site. And the Hoth has a very good local citation building service that works really well as well. The ordering processes are very self-explanatory, so I'm not going to get into that. Now, we also want to, for our clients, and you don't really need any of this to rank most clients. However, this is all good stuff that helps your rankings, helps you boost up a little bit, get those final top spots. We want to build a YouTube, create a YouTube channel for them, create a Facebook page for them, create a Google+, create a Yelp page, and then just link to your clients from those pages. Very, very, very simple to do. And what you want to do on your website as well from the homepage, link to the Facebook, link to the YouTube, link to the Google+. Because one thing Google does, I'm going to show you this really quickly. What Google does is it sees the big picture of what's going on. You can see right here, if you type in SourceWave, it brings up the Facebook, it brings up the YouTube, even though I've never linked to our SourceWave or my Facebook page. I've never tried to rank them for the word SourceWave. But they just automatically show up, and Google just kind of puts it all together very simply. You go, oh, okay, well, this is all SourceWave stuff. So while you're not going to be maybe ranking your Facebook and YouTube channel in Google so much, what's going to happen as Google sees these things, it sees the big picture, it puts the dots together and goes, okay, this is a pretty legitimate site. So that's exactly why you want to have that kind of stuff. Google sees that, and you're painting that picture of a trustworthy site on Google's eyes. So that's what you also want to do. Now, we also want to go out there and build citations. All right, and it's very simple to do this. What we're going to be doing, what I suggest doing, do not go out there and build your own citations. You're getting paid. Don't go and, spend 10 hours a day building citations. What you just want to do is literally just go over to these guys, local citation builders, and you just go buy the cheapest package right here, 100 local citations. Very, very easy. They go out there and they create all this stuff for you for $60. Very simple. They actually put in the right niches for you. It's only done in 14 days. I'm actually just reading the sales copy to you right now, but it's very, very simple to do this. You just fill out the information they ask for, and that builds a lot of big, trustworthy brand links to your website. It's really, it looks good in Google's eyes, and these are kind of the best links you can build for local SEO because they're like mass links, but they're kind of safe. All right, you can't really have too many links from Yelp or the basic sites out there on the internet that like review businesses. It's just you can't really have any stuff like that. And you just want to link back to the website with the business's name. You don't need to be getting like the keyword in there and all sorts of stuff like that. Of course, have the keyword in the description, stuff like that, but that's going to naturally happen. Now, we're going out there when you're building links with maybe the Hoth or Qzx. The types of links we want to use, again, our PR links are going to be what we're going to be using to jam the site up there. So we want to be very aggressive with that anchor text. For our business links or our supporting links, our brand links, we just want to use the business name. You're going to use the physical address. Use that a whole lot. That will help your rankings a lot in the local area and also with the 7-box. And what you also want to put in is the owner's name and the website URLs. Just use that over and over and over and over and over again. It creates a really, really good picture in Google's eyes. And that's essentially all it really takes to rank clients, guys. It's really damn simple. So if you have any questions or anything like that, be sure to check out the group. Jake is also posting a video where he's going to be showing exactly how he ranked one of his clients, kind of step by step. Very simple stuff. Now in the next video, I'm going to get into what's really important, and that is knowing how to get clients efficiently. I'm going to be showing you some kind of cool sales tactics that I use to get clients and have helped a lot of people get clients. All right, I'll talk to you really soon.
Hey guys, this is Jake. I know a lot of people have been asking about ranking local client sites, and we've been telling you it's literally the same exact thing as you do as any other ROI site. And that's really true to an extent. You can only do as much as the client will allow you to do. I have some clients that were more difficult, and I probably shouldn't have taken them on because you should be able to do a lot of changes on the on-page side of things if you really want them to rank well. And these guys I told I wouldn't be able to help them that much because their site was really bad and they needed to change a lot of things, and they still said they, we'll pay you just to build links for us and do that. So here we have melvinlaw.com. It's a lawyer site in Syracuse. Their website's terrible, actually. And I was ranking him here for personal injury lawyer in Syracuse, New York, personal injury attorney in Syracuse, New York. There's no interlinking. The only thing I got them to change was they added Syracuse lawyers personal injury to the title tag, and that was it. They kept the Melvin and Melvin. All that used to be there was Melvin and Melvin on all the pages. They changed like 2 sentences, and that was all. The web developer is pretty old school, and this was probably made in like the 90s. And this is what's really hurting them a lot too, is these really bad URL structures. The site's just not structured well at all. So this is what's coming up, and even if you go to like the home page, he has it so that these panels are always open. So that's why this is added here. It's just a really bad SEO type strategy, and there's nothing I could do. I couldn't change content, I can't add things to the site, I couldn't do interlinking, I couldn't build a silo. All I did was build links for these guys, and then and here they're showing up number 8 right now, just for that, with terrible on page and this really long URL. And just nothing else going on but high PR, power backlinks going to their site. And then this is another client site here, contractorbondquote.com, kind of a lead gen site. And this is getting pretty good conversions for them. I got to change a little bit more with these guys. I got to change the title tags, description. I couldn't add pages, couldn't change the design, so we couldn't do a silo, that kind of thing. I got them to add these outbound links, which are authority outbound links. At least I got to do that. I did get to have them add a blog. So here we have them adding unique, fresh content like once a month, something like that, we've been able to do for them. And then what I've been able to do with some of these is I did go in and do some interlinking with some of them for ones that I built links to. So we have gone through, and in some of these blog posts you've been able to link back to your clients' different pages. And then this is really only like a couple page site. A link back to the home page here. Contact us. There's really not much to this at all. And actually, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did. So that's literally all I changed, was added resources, high authority outbound links to this guy's site. We added a blog to add more pages to the site, so it's a little fuller than just a 3-page site. Had fresh content going on it. And then all we did was build high-powered backlinks to this site, and I'm going to show you exactly what we built. These were all probably only like PR1 to PR2 link, probably. They're not like extremely powerful links. And this is exactly the dates that I built them on. These are the dates I built them on, and then this was the anchor text I used. And this was the link I sent it to. So most of them are going to the home page. We have one to About Us, one to a blog post, one to a blog post. Here's another one to a blog post. But all the rest are to the home page. So this here is probably, I think some of these were from the same site. So there's probably only like 10 sites linking to them really for my network. So the first link I ever did was just a blank URL link, said contractorbondquote.com. Next link went to the About Us page, California Contractor Bond Quote. Longtail included their home name of the website, and then we just did cheap California contractor bond insurance. It's a long tail. Bad credit contractor bonds. The bad credit contractor bonds is what the post is about. I did an image link with no anchor text to it, no alternative text. So just the blank image link. I then just did contractor bond quote, which is the name of the site. So these are all, I haven't even used the actual, our main keywords yet, which here is like, so here the number 4 for California contractor bonds. You saw them a little bit lower for contractor bond. I don't know if they would show the same for CA contractor bonds. Cheap California. They're number 1 for that. Just cheap contractor bonds. Number 1 for that. Contractor bonds. Number 7 for that. Contractor bonds, they're number 4. So there's a lot of stuff that they're ranking for, and that's off not that many links. They're getting calls every single day, leads. Contractor bond quote, then we did contractor license bond California. Went to the contractor license bond post. Bond offers some great deals. This is a really long tail keyword sentence. You did the URL, did another blank image. I did California surety bond, which that was the first time I did a just straight up keyword, really. Here's how to get California contractors insurance. It's a really long tail, just a blank URL. It goes to this one. This website, contractor bond quote website. I was really not aggressive at all with this anchor text. I could have ranked probably with a lot less links if I had more aggressive anchor text. This was for just kind of a client that knew about SEO, and he was really hesitant about the risks, things like that. So I took a really less risky approach. Just takes more links to get there. And now if I literally added one more link that was like contractor bonds California, that would probably shoot the site to number 1 for everything. That's probably what I'll add fairly soon here in the next day or 2. And these are the only links so far that I've built, so I haven't built any links in a little while. Because if we go to cheap California contractor, also the other thing is I never did any brand links to this page. These are the only links, is these PR links. I didn't do any kind of mass link building to these. I didn't do any GSA or any black hat links or pyramid, any of those things. That's literally all you're doing to rank local clients. There's not anything else to it. It's not difficult. You don't have to make it complicated in any way at all.
Hey fellow ROI members, my name is Lior, and my friend Alex Becker and Coach has commissioned me to explain how I personally grew my SEO business to around 7 to 8K per month. I think this month I'm actually going to break 10K. So that's around 6 figures a year, and I did that in only 3 months with client-based SEO. So we're actually going to go ahead to my computer, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. Now, what you need to know is that I'm actually not that great at selling. I've only read like 1 sales book in my life, and what I do is very natural selling, but the process in which I do it makes it extremely easy to close the sale. And if you want to make money fast with SEO, client-based SEO is the best way to go. So, don't focus on so many things at once. You can focus on an affiliate site, focus on client SEO, but just try to focus on one business tactic at a time. And the reason why I'm going through this route specifically for you guys is that I know a lot of you don't want to spend a ton of money trying to obtain clients. I'm personally in Alex's other membership group, which is Dynasty, and he teaches us how to spend, not that much money, but a lot of money in trying to get clients, through funnels and Facebook ads and whatnot. But what I'm going to teach you is completely free, so get excited for that. So let's head over to my computer and let's do this. All right, guys, this is Lior once again, and let's just get right to this. So here's how I basically sell without selling and how I build my pipeline. So for today's agenda, what we're going to cover is two parts to selling. First is building pipeline, and the second is closing the deal. So if you don't know what pipeline is, that pretty much means building your prospecting, building essentially what we call a funnel, and it literally looks like a funnel where at the top you put in as many people as possible, and at the bottom not that many clients pop out. That's just the nature of sales. The more you add to the top, the more will come out of the bottom. So we build a pipeline and we focus on increasing conversions through proper selling. The second is actually closing the deal and doing that selling, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I go about doing that. So this is actually going to be quite long, so go grab some snacks, and I really hope that you take notes, because it can get quite tedious. I don't really fluff this stuff up, and I'm going to be giving point after point that I think is very important. All right, so let's just hop right into it. So first we want to define who the best SEO prospect is. By knowing this, you won't have to learn any sales tactics, right? I think I mentioned earlier that I literally never learned sales. I never read sales books, and I didn't sit and take any training from that sort of things. But by knowing who the right prospect is, it makes your job so much easier. So I personally think that there are 3 types of SEO prospects. The first is the type that you have to go out there, you have to find them, you have to teach, convince, and then sell them on the idea of SEO. They have no idea what SEO is. They understand that they have a website, maybe they don't even have a website, but they don't know that there's this opportunity of traffic and people searching. It doesn't click in their minds, and they don't realize that the people actually go out there and optimize websites in order to make that happen. The second is people who've already tried SEO, or they've heard of it but they're very skeptical. So we have to go remind them and say, listen, usually these people have had a very bad experience in the past with whatever company they chose, or they just didn't see a good return on investment. So we have to go out there and remind them what we do and show them how we can do it better. Third type is people who are actively seeking SEO. They understand the benefit, they want it, they're actively searching for it, and we just have to be in front of them. So we're actually going to go after this third type, and this is how I get my SEO clients. It's the easiest sale in the world for the reasons I mentioned, and we can actually charge them a lot more because they're actively seeking it. We're not going out there and trying to sell a service that we have to then mark down just to get the sale. The only thing that we really need to do, which is what I focus on in this video, is being the better candidate. Because they're actively going out and seeking it, they already know what SEO is, they know what SEO companies are, they know what freelancers are, and they're gonna just search for the best one, either by price or by results. We have to be the better candidate. So before we build pipeline and get more prospects, before we go showing off and trying to sell, we actually need something to show off. This sounds simple, but a lot of people just hop in there without having sort of a portfolio, of things that show how good they are. So what I suggest is to keep a history of all your rankings. Everything you've ever done in SEO, start recording it. Take screenshots of your current SERPFOX rankings. Take videos or screenshots of the search engine results page on Google for your client searches, for your searches. If you're doing ROI for the first time, do it for your affiliate sites or whatever it is. Show analytics on Google Analytics, show increases in traffic. Any of these things is technically proof and social proof. So if you don't have any, you go out there and get it before you start any of this, right? You already have the tools to do it. Now you need to show off and prove that you can do it. In short, you shouldn't be selling if you don't actually know how to do that stuff. So go out there, rank your own sites or random businesses. This can be a friend a friend's business, your own small business, or as crazy as it sounds, you can actually go to the second page of Google for any search and find, a very easy keyword like Texas, Texas dentist, and then the name of and the zip code, right? Go to the second page of Google for that search, and find, the guy right at the top on the second page. He just needs a little nudge to get to the first. All you have to do is send one PR backlink. Boom, he'll shoot up to the first page for that random search, and then you can show that off as someone that you ranked. You can actually even then call that client and say, oops, I accidentally ranked you instead of my client. Do you want to keep your rankings? Do you want to continue with SEO? That's just a small client getting tip if you're interested. But that's something you can do if you don't have any rankings. Once you have all of these in place, it's 3/4 of the battle. Once you have this, all you have to do is show up to your phone calls. The people are already sold. SEO is a very simple business. They want results, and they're willing to pay for it. If you have history of results, they're more likely to go with you. The reason why you hire a certain renovator is because you've seen how good their quality of work is, right? You've seen pictures. You believe that they can do it once again for your house. It's the same with SEO. They have to believe that you can do it once again for their website. Have enormous amounts of these screenshots and save them. Where to find these active SEO seekers? So we spoke about that. We're going to go after people that are actively seeking SEO. So there's a ton of ways, even though they are a very small market. But a lot of people are understanding SEO, and a lot of them are actually continuously searching for new SEOs because the previous ones suck. I have a ton of clients that have, pretty much all my clients know about SEO because of the way that I'm going to show you, and because they're actively seeking it. So it makes the sale a lot easier as well, or makes rather doing business with them easier because they do the on-site changes for me. I don't even have to do anything. They understand on-site SEO. I just tell them what to do. I don't have to waste time doing any of these things or explaining any of them because they already understand SEO. So active SEO seekers can be Google searches, people that are actively searching for SEO companies. All you have to do is put up an AdWords or rank your own page for that, and you'll have a landing page with your services, your screenshots, and hopefully they'll call you. Second is Craigslist. This sounds crazy, but you can literally sell anything on Craigslist. There's a sort of Craigslist version in Toronto that we have, and I posted a quick SEO thing. I wrote only for family-owned businesses making this much amount of money, and I actually got a very high-paying prospect. Didn't end up closing, but it shows that you do get a ton of emails from these random ads. I actually know a diamond company that sells diamonds literally on Craigslist. Friends and family, it's quite simple. Just go out there, and a lot of times when everyone knows that you do SEO, they end up speaking to people that say, oh, I'm looking for marketing for my website or whatnot, and eventually they'll refer you. I've gotten a couple of referrals. It's a great thing to have. Freelance websites. This is what we're going to focus on for the bulk of this video, so just keep that in mind. Local marketing meetups, seminars, workshops, and conferences. This is a huge thing that people overlook. Businesses go to these conferences, they go to business seminars, and they go to all these meetups. That is the target market of these conferences. If you go to them, you'll find a ton of businesses. Now, you can do a number of things. You can tell that you can have your own booth there or whatnot. I recently went to an Unbounce meetup, unbounce.com, the landing page service, and naturally there were a ton of people there that owned internet marketing businesses. Lo and behold, there was a branding company, and she said that once her clients get their websites done or whatnot, they always ask her for SEO. She doesn't do it, and now she's going to forward me those referrals, right? So that brings me to referrals from our peers. So this doesn't mean friends, this means people in the similar industries as us, so web designers, programmers, things like that. A ton of web designers. Think about how many websites they make every month. They have a whole roster of previous clients, and some of these clients are like, okay, now I have a website, how am I going to get people to the website? And often these web designers can't really do SEO or don't have the time. And if you reach out to them and say, listen, hook me up with with your clients, and you'll get a referral fee. This often works out. I've had decent success with that, but I don't focus on it. It's very untapped. So let's keep going. So my personal success was with the freelance sites, and I'm going to explain that soon. But pretty much, I don't do any marketing anymore. I don't go out there. I don't bid on jobs. I don't spend money on Facebook ads. Well, I do for testing and other things, but I personally don't do that. So what I did was I recorded everything, right? Originally, I used to outsource a lot of SEO, and it was for a lot smaller jobs, just to get a first couple of clients. And what I did was I recorded all those rankings. I looked like an SEO god, and my reviews were stellar. We're going to get into this soon. Now I get invited to jobs on a daily basis. Literally every day I wake up and I have anywhere from 1 to 5 invites from freelance websites of people either personally inviting me to a private job, or inviting me as well as 3 other of the top SEO freelancers on these websites, because our profiles look so good and we were so legitimate. So I don't have to do any marketing. I just have to respond to those people, get them on a call, and sell them. It definitely is a slow route, but it did pay off for me. I'm going to sort of teach you how to fast track this and make it a bit faster than 3 months if you do hustle. But if you don't want to spend any money, it's definitely worth it to invest time in this method. There are a ton of other ways. I actually would not recommend taking this if you sort of need a client faster. There are a bunch of other ways I'm not going to cover, but spending money on ads and getting people in funnels, offering them sort of free SEO and then upselling them. There's a ton of other ways to get some first clients rolling in. So how to fast track your pipeline. So first, very simply, I'm not going to really show you, but you want to set up shop on all these websites. So here I have the main websites. Here's odesk.com, and these are basically freelance sites. Anyone for any sort of job come to these sites and they post their job, and then what happens is people like me go out there, find these jobs, and then propose, give a proposal for what we can offer them. And sometimes, anywhere from 20 to 100 proposals can be submitted, and then the person who wanted to hire has to sift through them and whatnot. So, sometimes the person who's hiring invites and goes through all the list of freelancers, invites them to the job, or they put it to the public and everyone sort of bids on it. So there's odesk.com, freelancer.com, and elance.com. All 3 of them are extremely similar. All 3 of them are competitors, and all of them have SEO going on right there, SEO marketing. A lot, even when you search, for SEO companies on Google, a lot of times you get ads from Odesk and whatnot, trying to onboard companies. So that sort of Odesk sort of takes the hit with AdWords and gets as many SEO seeking people onto their platform. Sign up for those websites. How to sign up for the website? So once you sign up, they're all free. I personally pay for these websites just so I can get more proposals per month, even though usually when you're invited, you don't have to use up your proposal credits. But I personally pay. I don't know. I just feel like I'm given a bit of a bias because I pay, so I don't mind paying for it. Set up your picture. Very simply, I use the picture you see in the top right corner, or rather a very similar one. Very casual, no business tie, whatnot. It shows that I'm a real person, not really some professional who's uptight, whatever. I'm a real person. It just helps the trust factor tremendously, I find. In fact, I actually had a prospect who said the only reason why he was considering another girl is because she was very good looking in her profile picture. So that just goes to show that your picture can help. Your bio. So you might have to put a little bio about you and how you work. Personally, I take sort of a little bit of cocky route, not gonna lie. Not that I'm the greatest, but the way I do SEO is the greatest. So I basically say, I just rip on the other SEO companies from India, all the other freelancers. I pretty much say how, after the Panda Penguin updates, all the SEOs are scrambling, to try to find their feet. and what really works is proven, and encourage them to go to my portfolio. That's pretty much very results based. I don't talk about link building, quality this, quality that. I just say, I bring you results, go check out my results. It's the real deal. The second is that a lot of these websites have a keyword section. If not, just shove these in your bio. And this is extremely important down the line when sometimes when people post a job, they actually go out there and search for freelancers to invite to their job instead of keeping it public. And these websites are like an ancient Google back in 2000. They suck. So their search engine sucks. If you keyword stuff the crap out of it, out of your bio, put SEO in there like 1,000 times, every variation of the word SEO, you will show up for SEO. It's that simple. Just keep that in mind. The next is portfolio. So along with having your bio, you'll also have an opportunity to show off your work. Just shove those screenshot rankings in there and give a little sentence under saying, I ranked this guy in 2 weeks, and he's already seeing an increase in traffic and sales and whatnot. Put as many of those as you can, and just show off, in other words. Reviews. So reviews is the second most important thing after portfolio. Reviews is your history of jobs on that specific website, and it had to be completed through that website, and the person who's hiring you had to have given you a 1 to 5 star review, usually along with a comment. So this is actually a critical part of showing up highly for searches, as well as people giving you a shot. So we're gonna cover reviews in a second. Before we do that, I just want to basically cover what I believe about sales. So I think sales is a numbers game. If you prospected 100 people, right? You cold called 100 people and you sold one. Obviously, your conversion rate is 1%. What do you need to do? You need to go out there, call another 100 to get another sale, right? It's that simple. It's a numbers game. Once you realize that you keep converting 1 out of 100, don't be surprised that when you only call 50, you didn't sell one, right? As you keep doing it and doing it, you'll eventually increase it to 2 to 3 to 5 to 10% conversions because you get better at sales, right? Also, eventually, you'll sharpen your prospecting eye, right? You'll start to ignore the cheap window shoppers, the non-committed, people who want the cheapest prices, and what I like to call the link builders. So the people who think SEO is just about link building, and their entire job is just, I want 50 PR permanent links on this website, send me a list of every single one you have and whatnot. Those people are annoying as hell, but actually they can be easily convinced otherwise because usually they don't know what SEO is. They can also be called the white hatters because usually in every single one of their posts they throw in the word white hat in there. Don't be discouraged from them, but eventually you will ignore the ones that suck. So to get reviews, you want to take any gig at first, right? At first I took SEO, site analysis, and consulting gigs. A lot of people posted, please give me a review of my website, show me what I'm doing wrong, right? Like they would literally pay for that. I would charge like $220, I think, for these, site reviews. I would hit record on ScreenFlow and, just walk them through their website and just do basic on-page SEO, and then at the end say that they need high PR links. I also offered free gigs in exchange for reviews. So these are people who think that they need an entire sort of job done, but really they needed just a small analysis or some small advice. And I would simply just respond without even giving them a proposal. I'll just give them the advice right there in the proposal. I'll say, here it is. I think you need to do this. Once you do that, you'll be fine. A lot of times they'll thank you and just cancel the job. But before they do that, say, do you mind accepting me for this job for $0 and just give me a 5-star review for helping you out. Often they are very happy to do so. I just thought of this now, so go be smart and use your fellow ROI members. Why would you, waste your time waiting for these gigs or free gigs when you can just make a small ROI, thread, get people to invite each other to your jobs, be a bit ethical about it, do a bit of work for the other person if they need it, and give each other 5-star reviews. I do this all the time for Amazon when I used to have an ebook company. It's totally cool as long as it doesn't look completely fake and planted. So reviews is the most important thing. Oftentimes you can offer actually a discount on your services if you landed a job and you say, listen, you have to release the funds anyways at the beginning because that's how I charge for SEO. So give me a 5-star review right now, release everything, and I'll give you like a 10% discount just for giving me a good review. So that works. So moving on, keywords and reviews determine how many job invites you get when you become legitimate. So like I mentioned before, when you stuff your keywords, this helps in the long run, but what you actually need is reviews as well, because when people, even though you come up well, reviews also helps you come up better for SEO-related searches, because a lot of these websites want to return the best, either 5-star freelancers or, just the best reviews in general. So always go for the 5 stars across the board, and keep that in mind. The ironic thing is that even though I use these websites till today, I take all of the clients, I just use it for prospecting. So I take all the clients off of these websites and they pay me privately through my invoicing software. I'm actually still surviving off the original reviews I got from the hustling I did, for the first and second month. They're just sitting there, they still get me invites, but I'm actually kind of nervous now to keep a job on Elance or Odesk, whichever I'm using. Because I don't want to get a 4-star review and kill that rating. So one thing that you can tell your client is that they're not any more protected by using escrow through Elance or Freelancer, because they have to release the funds anyways, and they're going to have to pay an 8% charge on top of that. Plus, it's just there's no protection whatsoever because of the fact that they have to release the funds first. So I take all of them off of it, and it just acts as a prospecting tool for me. So that's pretty much setting up and building pipeline, right? Eventually, you're going to want to go out there and propose to as many jobs as you can per month. Eventually, they'll come to you. But the idea is just keep building that pipeline, and that leads us to the second part, which is selling on the phone. So when you're offering your proposal, you want to do 2 things. Tell them they are either wrong or that you have a better suggestion. We know the real SEO and they don't. So what this means is that oftentimes they write, I only need white hat links, or I need exactly 50 links on 20 PR sites, and it has to be permanent, and show me this and show me that. What I do straight off the bat is I'm actually very cocky and rude about it. I say, I don't know why in the world you would want that, but I can probably deliver that for you. And the idea behind that is because we can't message these people until they message us first from our proposal. So the idea is to get them to message us first. And the best way to do that is to say something like this that just gets them going, or to ask them a question. So what I would do is like, why in the world would you want these links? That won't get you results. And then they would reply saying, that's really interesting. Why do you say that? Tell me how you would get results. And then I hop on the phone with them. And the idea is that they don't know SEO and that we do. And it's across the board, right? No one really knows what Becker is teaching. That's why they're hiring us. Second thing I do is usually I just say, listen, I went ahead and did that site analysis for you. And it looks like you already have a bad anchor text profile. And what you're going to want to do is not really build more links, but build some brand links, and I can do that for you. And they're really impressed right off the bat that you went ahead and went the extra mile, and they're more likely to invest more time in you because they messaged you back. So that's another reason for getting these companies to message you first, is to get them more invested in you. Eventually they'll just keep messaging you and not deal with other freelancers. When you're putting a proposal, never put a price or amount. Just leave it blank. Or put it that it's later, and if it's an hourly job, just you can still send a proposal, but just mention that you charge a monthly retainer and that you should discuss it on Skype. I'm very casual when I do these proposals. These business owners are people after all, and they're human, right? Don't sound like the tight SEO company down the street. Just show that you're human, show that you're trusting. I use hey, I say, really nice things at the end, smiley faces and whatnot, if it works. The most important thing is to get them onto the call. So what you want to do is just simply say, listen, it will probably be easier to hop on a Skype call, and often they'll just throw you their Skype address. It's amazing how many of these people use Skype, and you actually can't really give them your Skype information in your proposal, but you can always just mention that. Don't keep emailing them back and forth with details. Insist on getting on the call. Usually they agree right away. So your eagerness to get on the call and show your voice and help this person, plus your portfolio, results, reviews, and your perfect English actually is gonna already made you a perfect candidate. The other people, it's amazing because you can, on some of these sites like Elance, you can actually see who the other people are that gave a proposal. And sometimes, from all over the world, and they have, like 3 or 4 star reviews. The ones that have 5-star reviews only have like 1 job, and they don't speak English. What we're doing is we're crafting ourselves into the perfect candidate. When I see that, I already know that I won this client. There's no way they're going to hire this guy, from India that his profile isn't even perfect English, and he's just like a simple link builder. So keep that in mind and craft all of these things. So just a small note on sales. I really believe that sales is only for people who work for these large companies, and the company gives them leads, and they just have to work through them and do calls all day. That's the idea behind being a very good salesperson, a car salesman. People come to the shop and whatnot. What we're doing here is we already have people sold, and the reason is, if you read Spin Selling, which is a great book, it's the only selling book I've ever read. The idea that they studied scientifically, they did tests and observed all of these sales, is they saw that the most successful sales or closers was when the prospect explicitly stated that they needed that person's product. So that's pretty much the end goal of Spin Selling. They explicitly state they need SEO or your product, whatever it is. So the beauty of my method and using these freelance sites is that these people are actively seeking it. Plus, they already understand the basics of SEO because they know the term, right? They're searching for, they put the terms SEO in their job titles. They know what it is, and they understand the basics and the ROI of it, right? They understand that they're going to pay a certain amount, they're going to get more traffic, and have a return on investment. That's the beauty, because they're already stating that they need it. Next, don't underestimate a bad-looking prospect. What this means is, in fact, like 4 out of my currently 5 or 6 clients, I all thought that they were going to be terrible leads, right? They had a very bad job proposal. Either it was just like 1 sentence long, or it was a huge thing saying I want white hat and perfect. And I was going to throw them away, but you know what? I just gave them a shot because I was invited, and I just played it off as if I didn't need them and already had a whole customer base, and they were just a simple prospect. But I was wrong in every single case. Just having that attitude, I guess, sort of made me exclusive and led to the sale eventually. The idea is that they don't really understand our new way of gray hat SEO, and we can easily convince them that it works through our reviews and results. So don't just add them on Skype and wait for them to call you and things like that. The second they say, yeah, here's my username, simply say what time we should plan a call, what time is best for you, and be like, okay, I scheduled you in, and then odds are they will be there. All you have to do is be on time and just shoot them a message 5 minutes before and then call them. So let's just get right to how the call is broken down. So I'm going to give you an example, and this is literally how my calls usually go. So we start off, hey, small talk, whatever. And I'm kind of a shy guy, but because it's just our voices, I kind of just let it float off into awkwardness. And then they'll just, start talking about their business. They just want to talk because that's what they think they need to do. And this is really interesting because, once again, this leads them to saying that they need SEO. So I sort of give an awkward silence, and then they explain their business, what exactly they do, and then I say, okay, so you wanted SEO to come up for more relevant searches and bring more traffic and sales, right? And they say, yes. How are you different though? And then I say, well, I charge on a monthly retainer basis where I focus purely on rankings and I work until you are ranked. I don't do confusing link reports or anything like that. I try to get the client to focus on their traffic and their business. So what I did right there is I basically, set the ground rules that I don't charge per package. I don't do hourly or whatnot. I charge it on a monthly retainer. I focus on rankings, and I'm unlike these other companies because I don't just sell backlinks and link reports. I actually rank you, and this usually impresses them. So they go, how do you do it? And I say, I essentially make your website more relevant and popular in Google's eyes. I do this by building very high quality and authoritative resources that talk and link to your business. Google sees this and returns you higher for relevant searches. So this is just a very shady way of saying that we build private blog networks, and I like to call them resources. Eventually they're going to ask you what it is, and then you just say, there's nothing wrong with being transparent with them. They're not going to go out there and start buying domains, right? It's very hard, it's very time consuming, and they have a business to run. There's nothing wrong with talking about it if they keep pressuring you. A lot of the technical ones want to know more. I don't mind telling them. I just say that I own a whole portfolio of websites and they're extremely high quality. Google loves them, and the second I link from them, they're going to do very well. And then they say, okay, how much do you charge? So this is what I say. I said, well, the thing is I offer two different link packages. So the first is to simply start a campaign for 10 keywords and rank a couple pages on your site for those 10 keywords. The second is what I like to call blanketing the search. So instead of coming up on Google as one result out of 10, what I would do is rank a YouTube video, a press release, another mini site, your website, etc. So that way you look more popular, you'll get more clicks towards your business, and all the searches, all the results forward back to your business. You're essentially blanketing the search and coming up for multiple searches, and this gets them really excited. And there's two reasons for that, which I'm going to get to soon. Right after that, I say, so for the first package, it's however much a month, and the second is however much a month. Usually it's $500 to $1,000 more for the second package. And I know I'm going to get this question from you guys, but basically I literally make these numbers up on the spot, and it's based on how much they told me they make in their business per client, just from checking out their website, from seeing their previous jobs and how much they spent, just for getting the feel of the person. But you should have minimums, and you shouldn't go crazy with this. Because I'm growing so fast, I pretty much increase this every call I have. But my lowest in the beginning, I gave them a discount. My lowest was $1,100 a month, and now I'm up to anywhere from $1,750 to $2,200 a month for first packages. So you just need a couple of clients like that to replace your full-time income. And then the conversation leads to more questions. Sometimes they need clarification and whatnot, and often they'll, I've had people decide on the spot. Or they'll say, let me get back to you. Usually they just go back, sleep on it, think about the return. All they're thinking about is that damn second package and how awesome it will be to be on the first page for all those searches. What they'll do is literally go back to Elance or whichever website you're using, and they'll look at the other freelancers and be like, okay, none of these guys are even close to what Lior just told me. I'm going to go with him. And they'll email you saying, listen, I'm ready. And sometimes they'll have a price concern or whatnot, but that's literally how my calls go. So just to notice a few things, notice how he was talking the most. So it might have sounded like I was talking the most, but within the questions, his introduction, and his part of the talking, he actually, or she, is talking the most in these scenarios. And that's just the way I like to do it. It just makes it less pressure selling. because he's sort of leading the conversation, even though I'm really telling him the prices and whatnot. So he was already sold on my results. That's the beauty of these freelance sites. He chose me to apply for the job, or he scouted out my profile when I applied for it. So he already knows I'm good. He's seen my results. All he wants to do is hear how much I'm going to charge him specifically, and that's why you tell him on the phone and not in the proposal. By getting them on the phone, it gets them invested in one guy. So I already mentioned this, but this is another thing of getting them on the phone specifically. They're already invested in you. If you do a 20-minute conversation, they already like you. They're already invested in the idea of moving forward and talking business with you. It's really, really hard, if you've ever tried this, to do this with multiple people at once. That's why I am usually first, because I'm on the computer all day. So the second I get an invite, I reply, and it works. So simply, they don't want to go around interviewing a bunch of people, like I mentioned. And I can promise you guys that no one has the results that we have. None of these Indian companies, none of these freelancers that are brand new, no portfolios, none of them have what we have. We have the upper hand. Another thing is, don't forget to mention ROI. This is a huge thing in SEO, right? You don't have to do crazy math on the site, but just simply ask them, how much do you profit per sale? They'll spit out a number, like like $200 to $1,000 per sale if they're a decent business-to-business company. So they say, okay, so I only have to get you, 2 sales a month for you to get a return on investment. And the idea is that they should seriously understand that they're going to get way more than that from SEO. And if they have a big ticket item like $500 to $1,000, they literally only need 2 or 3 to pay me off and get a return. So let's go through some common objections that you're going to face from these companies. So the first is that you're new to this site, right? I get this a lot. They see that my first job was only in November, and they say, are you new to SEO? Basically, that's what they're worried about. So what I answer is that I've been doing SEO for myself for longer. I've been internet marketing for longer. And the reason that you don't see more reviews is that I just only recently, joined Odesk or whatnot, and I also take all my clients off of it. So this is sort of preparing them for the fact that you're not going to be doing the sale on Odesk. You're going to be taking them off and dealing with your own invoicing software for various reasons. And another answer I just thought of to this is that
essentially, the longer that you've been in SEO, the more ingrained you are in, the old practices that don't work anymore. So since I'm rather new, or I'm very updated with the current Google algorithms, and I can actually rank your site, while, the guy who's been doing it for 20 years is, very old school, and he sticks to the old methods.
Another objection that you're going to get a lot is the Indian company next door that also claims that they can get me to first page in 6 months and rank me, and it'll be safer and cheaper because they do the safest link building. So what I answer is pretty much that those guys build very simple and automated links. The reason that they do their job well, in quotations, is that they promise a certain amount of links every month, and then they put their feet up when they're done. I keep building until you are ranked. So what you're trying to explain to these people is that when they go with the Indian company, first of all, you want to explain that we get results in 2 to 3 months, or supposedly less, right? The idea is to sell them on 2, but give it to them in 2 weeks. So, we say that those guys say it takes 6 months, but eventually, that might not ever happen in 6 months. And with the methods they take, it's more like 8 to 10 months. With what we take, it's much faster. Plus, we actually focus on rankings, and the reason why they have good reviews is because they deliver on the link amounts that they promised, and then they get good reviews because they delivered, but it didn't actually result in a good ranking. They just got good reviews because they did their job. Another common objection is that it's out of my budget. Obviously, this is going to be one of the most common ones you're going to run into. So this is simply how I go about it. You want to explain to them how the PBN works, or rather how the resources work, and that it costs money. So I say, listen, you're simply not going to rank in your competitive industry on a lower budget. What I do is I spend the entire month or two's invoice on building the resources to rank your site, so I literally don't profit for 2 months. When they hear this, they love it, right? For some reason, they love the fact that you're taking risk for them. You're spending all their money on resources, showing them that you're not just sitting back and taking profit. They love when you say that. That's just personally. I don't know how you guys are going to present it, but just don't be afraid to mention that. Listen, I'm not making any profit the first month. I'm taking your whole invoice. I'm going to spend it on links or on these resources, and I promise you that the other guy who you're paying, he doesn't have these resources, so he's not going to be able to rank you as fast and as effectively. Usually that does the trick, but if it still is out of a budget because of they're selling t-shirts and pens, which is just not going to be lucrative for how much we're charging, they're going to say I still can't afford it. And what you can do is you can make the price cheaper in 2 ways. This is what you tell them. So there's 2 ways to make the price cheaper. The first is that you come off of Elance or Odesk with me and you commit to a certain amount of months. That way I don't have to charge you the additional Odesk 8% fee, which I would have charged you on top of the $1,500 a month. And if you commit to 3 months, I'll give you 15% off. So this is usually the one thing. Sometimes a client comes back with a price that they can afford. I say, listen, I'm willing to do that if you commit to 3 or 6 months, whatever it is. I usually switch between 3 and 6 depending on how much they want off. And yeah, usually this is for the first package, and then sometimes they say, listen, we'll upgrade to the second package when we see results with the first, or after a certain amount of months. So that's the first way. The second is you pretty much tell them that you have a referral program going on. For every successful referral you send me, your monthly total will go down by $500 per month for the rest of your bill. Many people are already taking advantage of this, and if you send me three clients that you're pretty much getting free SEO for life because they paid off your SEO. And this might sound crazy to you, but think about it. If you get 3 other full SEO clients for $1,500 a month, that's $4,500, and you don't really have to worry about this $0 a month who's probably already ranking first, and just put your feet up. So that's that. That's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to say good luck, and I can't really get too detailed in this video, but I hope I pretty much covered everything, and so that's literally how I do it. It's kind of simple. You got to get a bit lucky with getting the invites, but don't be afraid to go out there and propose right now. I did share some pretty nifty things, but that's literally how I'm making 6 figures a year in just 3 months. Like I mentioned, now I get invited to private jobs because of my profile. So remember that this is what you want to aim for at the end of the day. Getting invited to jobs and just opening your email and seeing these jobs there. Right? This comes from having a strong portfolio, and a lot of these people start out by going out there and finding freelancers that are good and then inviting them to a private job. All I have to do is sell 1 client a month to grow the business because of the recurring nature. This is the best part about SEO. We get paid per month, every month. So all I have to do is get 1 more client and my business instantly increases. If I focus on a certain niche, I don't have to buy a whole network every time, and I get even more profits every month. This is the beauty of SEO. So just keep that in mind, that you don't have to go out and sell the same amount every month to keep food on the table. Currently, I'm selling about 1 a week on average, and some people are just very interested when they're actively seeking. Get them unreal results, and they will stay with you forever. Right? This is how to keep the clients, even though they committed to 3 months. And by the way, I don't really use contracts, which is kind of stupid of me. I just send them an invoice and I take them for their word. But it doesn't really matter because we own their rankings, right? And you have to let them know this. And usually it'll come up in a question when you talk about these resources. They'll ask, do I own them? Do you own them? You say, I own them. I buy them. I'm taking the money that I earned from you, and I'm spending it on helping you rank. And there's nothing wrong with letting them know that you own these things. The same goes for the second package. you own YouTube videos. Make sure it's on your account. You own the mini site. You own the press release. And if they ever want to leave, just say, listen, if you stop doing SEO, your competitors right under you are going to outrank you, and you can't, I can't keep your links on my network anymore, so you probably will lose rankings. And if they're getting a return, they might keep paying. But the idea here is sometimes they're like, I thought SEO was supposed to be organic, and that eventually I stop paying, and then I keep it. So you can answer this objection either by saying, all your competitors are continuously paying, so eventually they're going to outrank you if you just stop building links. So that's the common answer. Another is that they're paying for a membership, right? If I got you, $2,000 more every month in profit, why should you keep getting that if I stop working and keeping you ranked, right? So they sort of understand that they're paying for a sort of membership, and if you're doing their marketing and they're paying you, why should they keep getting all those clients if they stop paying you? So write those two down and remember them. Here's a bonus tip. Always have something to sell even when you didn't close. So sometimes they're like, listen, I just can't afford it. I sell t-shirts online. I don't really have my budget for your type of SEO. So I say, listen, whatever, it was nice talking to you. Let them go away or whatnot, and then I email them saying, by the way, I forgot to mention that I actually have a link building package that is probably way within your budget and can do some damage. So I would just list out an entire package that I found online, and I get very nifty with this. So I would literally copy and paste from the HOF, make it sound very sexy, show them that it works, and then because they saw all of our results on our profile, they think that these links are very similar to the ones that we do, and they're already sold because they really liked us, but oftentimes they just couldn't afford it. So they're going to buy it right away, right? I resell $6 HOF packages for $300 a pop, right? That's $240 in profit. For every client that I can't sell, I still sell them. Always have something to sell. Another advanced tip, always look for upsell opportunities. So sometimes, or rather, this is what I do pretty much now. If I see that they're very interested, but their website is absolutely shit, I'll be like, listen, I used to do SEO, and then until I started to realize that bringing traffic for people that don't have high converting pages was just a waste of time. So I'm not going to take on a client unless they have proper on-page optimization for conversion. And then what you do is you sell them an entire website redesign along with conversions, email autoresponders, proper copywriting, especially if they're not on WordPress and you need to get them on WordPress for good SEO. Look for these upsell opportunities. I have a prospect right now that wants PPC and SEO, right? I'm upselling him on managing landing pages and Facebook ads and everything like that. Look for these opportunities, right? These people are in it to make money, not just to look for SEO. So that's about it, guys. Hit me up on the Source ROI Facebook thread. I'm going to be starting, or someone will be starting. Hit me up with any questions. Please don't add me personally on Facebook. There's just too many a day. And I like to keep it for personal friends and family. But you can ask me publicly on the thread so that everyone can benefit from the answers. I'm not a sales expert once again. I'm just happen to get either very lucky or doing something right. So I'm going to keep doing that. Use your own creativity and initiative. Don't ask me, how many words I put in a proposal, or like if I use capitalization and stupid questions. Just be creative, do your own thing, use your own initiative and judgment. You'll be fine. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for Alex Becker as well for allowing me to do this. And I look forward to helping you guys out even more. Good luck with everything. And remember, focus on one business. Don't get all over the place. Have a great day.
Hey, what is going on? This is Becker again, and hopefully you're enjoying this client section. Now, what I got for you right now is kind of the wrap-up video to this whole client SEO section. What we're going to be getting into is what I like to call advanced client getting. Now, what we're going to be getting into this video is more so
cleverer ways to get clients. A lot of people out there, when they get into local SEO or client-based SEO, what they mainly focus on is going out there and just trying to get clients for free, cold calling all day, and they're pitching what is virtually an impossible pitch. When a lot of people get into SEO, they don't know how to really sell anything. There's not something so much bad about that. A lot of people don't like selling. They think selling is bad. Newsflash, everything you've ever bought in the world was sold to you in some shape or form. So relax on that kind of front. With that being said, a lot of people don't know how to sell, and what they start off doing is trying to make an offer that is virtually almost impossible to sell. A person who is great at talking on the phone, a person who's great at doing anything, would have trouble selling local SEO or client-based SEO to clients because of just how bad of a pitch it is. It's absolutely horrible. So I'm going to be showing you a much, much better way to get clients, especially if you're starting off. This is mostly designated to people that are in the beginner or intermediate range when it comes to client SEO, that meaning you've never had a client before, or you're a person who has a few clients who wants to increase your customer base. Myself, this pitch I'm going to be showing you, I use something a bit different because I can sell via webinars very good. I'm a good talker. I'm good at selling. So I use a little bit different approach, but this is the best possible way if you're a beginner or intermediate to get more clients. I don't see how you cannot get more clients using this method. So what we're going to be getting into in this lesson, or this lessons, since I speak very poor English, is why cold calling and free methods are extremely ineffective at getting clients. I'm going to show you how to get clients to come to you using what I like to call an insane offer. I'm going to show you the understanding of why clients say no even though they're looking for SEO. I'm going to explain the offer kind of pitch inside there. I'm going to show you to set up the ads and craft the insane offer, and then I'm going to show you about fulfillment, which I believe is one word according to PowerPoint because we got to spell right here. Alright, I still can't spell it right, but whatever. I'm going to show you to do fulfillment and follow-up, and that is what we got going on right there. So first thing you really got to realize is cold calling, when people go out there, cold email, and everything like that, basically like going out there and trying to start a fire with wet sticks. It's very slow, it's extremely time consuming, and it's almost better if you have someone else cold calling or you have ads running and you just simply go get a job. Let me just explain this really quickly. Say you were working at McDonald's all day and you made, I don't know, $10 an hour. I think that's more than they pay. But let's just say you're making $10 an hour. You make about anywhere $80 a day, something like that, because you work 8 hours or something similar to that, whatever. So you're making $80 a day and you're making money at that point. What a lot of people do when they get into SEO, they'll sit at home and they'll cold call all day and fail to get any clients. Now, look, the reason it's not working is because the people you're calling most of the time either are not interested in SEO or the pitch you're making is impossible to pitch and you're not really good at selling, or it's just really hard to find a person that wants SEO in general that doesn't have a gatekeeper there to block you. So a much better alternative, guys, instead of sitting home and not making any money all day, you want to find a method to get clients to come to you. Even if it costs you $80 a day, you could sit at McDonald's all day and make that money to pay for it, and it's much more effective, and you'd be making money to have a much more effective client getting strategy, which would result in you making money faster. I just want to break that through. All right, sitting at home and avoiding making money is more ineffective than getting a job and spending all that money on running ads and getting better client acquisition methods, which I'm going to show you right now. Now, the reason also why cold calling and free methods are really bad, and like just the methods, just the pitch itself. I'm going to be giving you a pitch. You can still use these free methods, but this pitch will work even with the free methods. But the reason why it's also bad as well is you're playing Russian roulette with over-the-top sales pitches. For example, it'd be like going up to every single girl at the bar or every single guy at the bar and saying, hey, would you like to sleep with me? It's too aggressive, it's too much up front, and not everyone in the bar is looking to sleep with somebody. So you're basically just playing the odds and waiting for someone or a business that's just going to be like, yeah, let's just throw the $1,000 in now, just whatever, just throw it away. All right, you're basically dealing with the slut or the player of businesses. I hate to use those type of those terms, but that's not what you want to have. You want to have the good businesses. You want to have the people that are interested in getting business come to you, which is the whole secret behind this. You don't want to be spending your time looking for clients. You want them to find you, or you want it to be too good for them to turn down. For example, if you went up to every single person in the bar and you said, hey, can I take you on a trip to the moon on our first date? It would almost be too good for people to turn down. You could be, a ugly, fat, I don't know, hobbit, And if you offer to take people to the moon, they'd still say, all right, fine, I'll give you a chance, take me to the moon. And that's the type of offer we want to also have when we're pitching. We don't want to be having the offer where we're just an ugly fat hobbit, walking around the bar, approaching people over the top league. Now, this is also super beginner friendly. Now, the most guaranteed way to have people come to you or have people listen to you over any other business, what we want to do, because there's 1,001 other people out there trying to sell SEO or some type of service to businesses, and they only have so much money to spend on marketing. Why would they spend it with you? Why would they come to you? Why would they choose you over someone else? Why? And the only way to consistently get chosen over other people, there's actually two ways. It's to be the most high-end, like Gucci, for example. It's to have a business that's like Gucci. People will skip over going to Target. They'll skip over going to Walmart. They'll skip over going to Nordstrom so they can go shop at Gucci or Louis Vuitton. People will skip over Honda to go shop at Ferrari if they have the money. That's one way to get people to consistently find you, having just the best, most expensive, high-end thing there is. We're not going to be doing that right now. The only other way to get people guaranteed to come to you is have the most insane offer and ads. By that, I mean something they cannot turn down. As in by that, I mean you are literally handing out $100 bills for 50 cents. That's the only way you can get people to come to you. Now, I'm going to show you how to pull this off and make an insane profit from this. But that's how you get people to come find you. You have to either have the most high-end, desirable things to the rich people, or, and this might not be the only way to get people to come find you, but it's the best way if you're starting off because it requires very little pitch, because it doesn't take a salesman to sell a $100 bill for 50 cents. So that's the best way. Now, how we attract people like that, say you're going through Facebook, right? Say you're a business owner and you're thinking about getting SEO for your business, or you're going through Google, and you see an offer that says, hey, let us do your SEO for free and get you guaranteed rankings in 2 weeks. Something like that. If you were a person looking for SEO, would you click that ad? Yes, because it's insane. If you've been speculating SEO, you've probably looked at the prices, you've looked around and said, hey, look, we'll give you a quote right off the bat. For $1,000, the SEO doesn't guarantee results, and it's basically like, hey, it's $1,000 just to start off. We're probably going to charge you an extra $1,500 to, apply it to your website. Would you want to get started? Hell no. No one wants to do that because most businesses don't understand SEO. They don't understand internet marketing, and that's a huge leap of faith. It's basically like, hey, here are your options. Walk away or sleep with me after 30 seconds of knowing me. Businesses don't like that. All right, businesses want to be taken on dates. They want to make sure you're not a serial killer before they go out there and spend their money with you. And that's most businesses offer. So when you're walking around, say you were a person walking in a bar and someone says, hey, let me take you to a date to the moon, and after this date, there's no pressure to do anything you don't want to do. You don't have to see me ever again. You don't have to do anything. Let me just take you a date to the moon, or take you to go race Ferraris or something. That person who's walking in the bar is gonna go, I'm not gonna go hang out with all these people that are just offering, upfront hanky-panky. And I'm sorry to be getting a little offensive here. It's just a very easy way to explain this. But hey, I'm not gonna go hang out with all these people that want to sleep together after 30 seconds. Instead, I'm gonna go hang out with this person who's offered to take me on a date to the moon with no strings attached. That's what they want to go with, and that's how business wants to be as well. They want to have a no-risk way to get in there. So when you have ads out there, you have pitches, you have an attraction process like that. That's how you get everybody who's interested in SEO and browsing around to stop what they're doing and go, wait, I'm going to go check this out. Now, the next thing you have to understand once a person gets there, why most clients say no. A lot of clients you've probably talked to, a lot of people you've talked to, would love to have a chance to spend $1,000 and make $3,000 back on their business. They would love to. A lot of people would love to have SEO for their business. They are eager to have SEO for their business, but they keep browsing around and they're not sure who to go with because they're not sure who would work. Now look, let's break down a scenario right now. If I said I would give you $3,000 a month for $1,000 right now, would you? If I said, hey, give me $1,000 right now, I'll give you $3,000 at the end of the month. You know nothing about me. Would you? Probably not, unless you have a lot of money to gamble, which most businesses do not in their marketing kind of budget. So right off the bat right there, what is separating that from you doing stuff like that is trust. All right, I'm going to break these all down here in a sec. Now let's take it down a notch. If I said, hey, give me $20 and in a week I will give you $100, would it be easier for you? Would you necessarily do it? Maybe not so much. However, it would be significantly easier for you to do that because I said, look, it's only $20, take the gamble right now. It's a lot easier for you to do. It's a lot easier. Now, with that also being said, if a week from now, all right, you gave me $20 and I gave you $100 back, and I said, okay, cool, give me $1,000 and I'll give you $3,000 back at the end of the month, would you be a little bit more eager to do that then? Yes. So we've narrowed down two things right there. It comes down to trust, and it comes down to the pain of spending that money right up front. Now, if you can increase the trust, the pain of spending money lessens significantly, and you're more eager to go out there and I'm reliable and spend more money again. Now, if I also said I'm only doing this once a year, and if I feel to get you $100 back in a week's time from your investment, I will give you $200 from my own pocket. At that point in time, I've done another thing. I've added some major scarcity to make the person act now, which is they're going to, and I've offered a guarantee that it will work or they're going to get their money back. Now, we won't necessarily be doing this right here, but having these guarantees and having stuff like this makes it easier for a person to take that first initial leap of faith. Now, what it comes down to, guys, is trust. If I said give me $50,000 right now and you honestly believed that I would make you $250,000 back by the end of this year, if you truly believed in your heart of hearts I would be making $50,000 from every single person watching this video right now. The thing is, while you might like me, while you might like my course, you don't trust me enough to give you $250 back on a $50,000 investment. I'm okay with that because, that's what you just got going on right there. Now, if I told you right off the bat, the next thing we have to look at is the pain of the purchase. People don't like spending that initial money, especially if they don't feel good about it, right? The day I bought my Ferrari, I felt very good about buying the Ferrari because I knew exactly what I was getting. There was a guarantee that I would be happy with it. I was excited. With SEO, it's not so much. A lot of people there's a lot of pain behind the purchase because you don't really get a tangible thing right away. You don't really get a guarantee. It feels like you're throwing money down the drain at first. There's a huge pain in purchase with SEO. It's not like you're selling a physical product where a person says, here's $20, here's your hairdryer. You need to find ways to lower that pain of purchase immediately. The final thing is the come back later mentality. When people are shopping for SEO, they're talking to everybody else out there. All right, when a girl or a guy is at the bar, they're talking to every single person at the bar they possibly can. All right, and they're going to settle on who they think is best. Now, if a person walks up to a person at the bar and he says, "Hey, look, I'm going to take you on a date to the moon with no strings attached, but we have to go right now because the ship is leaving in 5 minutes." Makes things a little bit more pressure. It makes the person say, all right, I don't have time to walk around the bar and shop around. I need to take this up right now because the next girl that comes by or the next guy that comes by is going to jump on this rocket ship to the moon and I'm going to lose my chance. This is how we make people do that. So we have to find ways to increase the trust so they can spend that $1,000 with us. We have to find ways to take away the initial pain of purchase. We have to find ways to make them act now. So the next thing you have to know is taking away the leap of faith. All right? Why most clients say no to SEOs? It's because there's a huge leap of faith. You want to find ways to shrink that leap of faith and that trust down to a crack in the ground. We have to do that. It has to be literally believing that we will give you a return on your investment is as simple as walking across a crack in the concrete. A lot of people, SEOs, it requires a huge leap of faith because they call up on the phone and they say, hey, give me $1,000 starting now per month, or $500, $2,000, whatever, and we'll start working on your SEO. We don't really offer any guarantees. And there you go. But we're really good at SEO, so give us $1,000 right now. Huge leap of faith. That's like leaping across the street, across the intersecting street. It's absolutely impossible to sell, and you usually have SEOs who are very weak salesmen selling this. So it's just not going to work. So that's the first thing we have to do. So how can we remove the leap of faith? We prove that we work, which is going to be wrapped up in this insane offer. Now, we need to get them to take a chance with us. We need to give them some way to show that we can work for them and that we do work without having a pain of purchase. All right, so if they spend $1,000 with us, we make them $3,000 bucks back at the end of the month. They're going to have faith in us, but they have to take that initial leap of faith. So what we have to do is, the main reason they won't also take that leap of faith is the pain of purchase. So what we do is remove the pain of purchase, and we push it to later. So what we can do is say, look, hey, for $20, we'll go rank you for some keyword. And we pick a really easy keyword. And we go out there and we say $20 right now. If we fail to rank you for this keyword in 2 weeks, you can have your money back. So what we do, we remove the pain of purchase. We remove the pain of the initial interaction to get the trust-based relationship going. After the first date to the moon, if everything goes well, the person will probably want to go on a date again to dinner or start doing stuff that's more regular. All right, very similar to dating. Selling and dating are almost the exact same thing. Anyways, we need to remove that pain of purchase, so we make it very low barrier. We make it very low barrier to go in there. Like, hey, there's no strings attached to this date. Hey, $20, and if you don't enjoy it, I will give you, if you don't get the results we promise, I'll give you $100 back or something like that. And that's a guarantee. We'll get to that here in a sec. And then we have to go out there and create a recent act. Hey, by the way, I'm only doing this to 3 clients this month. I'm just literally going through my list of leads right now. You're one of the first people I called. We only have about 1 spot left. Would you like to gamble $20 on your business right now? And just doing that, having that recent act, goes after everything. So we lower the leap of faith, the initial leap of faith, by removing the pain of purchase down to $20. We then prove that we work within that 2 weeks time span. Now we also scare people into acting right off the bat right there. Very, very simple. And at this point in time, the person feels like they're getting a deal. If you go up to a person in a bar and say, I'm going to take you on a trip to the moon right now, free, no strings attached, I don't expect us to sleep together, just come with me to the moon right now. Oh, by the way, it leaves in 5 minutes. People think they're taking advantage of you. They're going to think you're some poor schmuck who's just desperate for business or something like that, and they think they're going to take advantage of you. Not always the best position to be in. However, this is a great position to be in if you're a beginner. So let me explain this insane pitch, and let me explain to you the whole process from start to finish. All right, so what I want to explain right now is the insane pitch, offer, all that kind of stuff in a nutshell from start to finish. So I've already explained the parts of it so far, but I haven't put it all together. So let's just start from the very beginning. So it all starts with an ad or a cold call. And essentially what we want to offer people, and there's a few different things we can offer to do their SEO for free and rank them for a term for 100% free within 2 weeks' time. Something very, very simple as that. So you probably basically call up someone on the phone, or you have an ad saying, hey, let us do your SEO for free. All right, something like that. Let's do your SEO, let's rank you for a term for free within 2 weeks. And then after that point in time, if you want to continue on with us, we'll go from there. Now there's not going to be any pitch, there's not going to be any pressure to jump on, we just rank you for free. Now what I find works a lot better is I call someone up and say, hey, look, I noticed you might be wanting SEO, and I usually use ads. I'll show you kind of examples of this here in a sec. But I usually just say something like, hey, for $50, and I'll make a quick video or make something for $50, we will rank you and have you on the first page of Google for a term, and we will just keep you there. And that is all there is to it. And all you have to do is go below, just pay the $50, and we'll get on the phone immediately. We'll pick out the term you want to rank for, and then we'll get you up there. And I guarantee you this will get you at least 1 more client or more business this year immediately. And we're just going to do this right off the bat. And what's going to happen when you have a type of offer like that, you're going to have someone call you up. All right, you're going to have people say yes. You're going to have people that are interested in SEO but on the fence about it, all saying yes to you. You're going to be having them come to you. On the phone, they're going to be way more receptive. And when they come through ads, you're going to find everybody who's interested via Facebook ads or Google AdWords. You're going to have all the people that are interested coming to you instead of the other guy. The whole secret is to get more customers coming through the door. Now, what you can also do with that one ad, if say a person comes to your ad and say, all right, for $20, $50, we will do your SEO for free. The second they go through that offer, the second time they go through, you basically have something that says like, okay, we will give you your $50 back if you call right now, or you call today, or you schedule an appointment immediately, something like that. And that's how you can get a person to not only come through your ad, pay just a little bit to show that they're interested, and then get you calling you immediately. So that's how you get a person on the phone. Very, very easy. That's how you get everybody coming to you. So then when they get on the phone, you basically say the same exact thing. Hey, we do SEO, and for about 3 people this month, we're going to be just ranking you for free, just to show you that we can show you a show of good faith, because we know a lot of other SEO businesses out there are going to charge you like $1,000 up front without even providing results. Here we guarantee results, and we're going to get you really fast results and show you that we can. Then after we rank you for something, we'll call you back up, and if you're interested in continuing on to something more, there you go. If you're not, we never talk again. And a lot of people right now might be afraid, and I'm talking normally now, a lot of people might be afraid to do that because they think a lot of people just use them rank for a term and then just never call them again, or never do anything like that again. If a person's browsing around, if they're going through your ads, they're picking up the phone to people offering SEO, they're obviously interested in SEO. And at that point in time, after you call them back up, I'm going to get into the follow-up here in a sec, but after you call them up 2 weeks later, after you rank them, which is very easy to do with the PR network, the second they come on, you just put very easy anchor text to a page on their site, rank them for a super easy term. All right, you just send 3 PR links to it, boom, bang, done. It's very easy. You can do it in literally a minute, so it's really no sweat off your back. However, after 2 weeks, if you call them back on the phone and they were already interested in SEO in the first place, you just lure them in with that crazy offer. after you showed you can already rank them, do you think they're going to call another SEO agency down the street and go to them? Do you think they're going to keep browsing around? They're going to say, no, this person works. And look what we've done right there. Remember all the big things that make people say no. The trust, the pain of buying, and the reason to act now. The reason to act now is self-explanatory in that. But what we've done, we've lowered their initial purchase amount to like 20 bucks. So, or you make it free so there's no pain at all. I prefer 20 bucks because then you can use that, hey, we'll give you the 20 bucks back if you call us kind of pitch. However, we've completely removed the pain of the first purchase. There's no pain in giving us 20 bucks. So then they go through, they spend 20 bucks, they get results. It's the same thing as me saying, hey, if you give me 20 bucks, I'll give you 100 bucks back. Something like that. And because of that, after you've given me that 20 bucks and I got you that 100 bucks back, they're going to be way more confident. There's going to be way more trust that if you give me 1,000, I'll get you 3,000 back. And at that point, we're going to have way more trust than any other SEO agency or company or professional out there. So at that point in time, we've made the leap of faith in giving us $1,000 significantly smaller. They've already given us 20 bucks. We followed up on exactly what we would say we would do. Now they're going to be way more comfortable giving us $1,000 and getting their SEO flowing, because we can literally say, hey, look what we did with 20 bucks. Imagine what we can do if we get this up to $1,000 per month. So what then happens is we call them up on the phone 2 weeks later after we easily rank them in 3 days with our PR sites. And you will, of course, want to make sure that their site is healthy and can rank, which we covered in prior videos, so I'm not going to get into that. If it's not, you want to explain that to them and be like, look, you know, other SEO agencies will tell you they can do stuff with your site. We're really good at what we do here, and it's not going to happen because of this, this, and this. Anybody else who can tell you they can rank you is lying. Let's make you a new site and rank for a keyword immediately, and we'll show you that. Very, very simple. So in the follow-up, call up, hey, look, you're ranking. Oh, that's cool. Well, would you see what we can do with 20 bucks? Would you be interested in hopping on and maybe seeing what we can do with $1,000 per month? This is what we charge per month for our service. We'll go out there, you know, rank you for this type of keywords, and you already see we can do this. Are you interested in this SEO going more? Yeah, great. Okay, is there anything else you want to talk about, or can I just throw it on the card you already used? What's really cool, after a person signs up the first time, you'll have their credit card number, all that kind of stuff. You can just literally remove the pain of buying even more by just charging that credit card again. All right, just putting it on a reoccurring thing. Very, very simple to do. Now, you don't have to do that immediately, but just, hey, would you like to continue with this? Yes, because you have separated yourself from every single SEO agency or professional out there with this kind of pitch. Now, what I want to show you how to do this is setting up basic ads and applying this for free. Now, if you want to apply this for free, cold calling is just the way to go. I showed you where to find all the numbers. Just go through every single type of niche and go out there and just call people and offer that insane offer. Someone's going to bite. I can't see if you make 50 phone calls, five of those people are going to bite. Guaranteed. All right, guaranteed. What I want to show you to do is just how to create kind of a basic ad on Facebook ads. This isn't really an ad buying course, so I'm not going to get too much into that, but I just want to show you kind of a basic ad creation right here. All right, so we're in the Facebook ad creator right now, and what I'm really going to do, I'm not really going to run a PPC course right here. I just want to show you the type of ads you want to run, and this kind of flows across any ad buying platform that you might use. And if I were you, I'd just stick to AdWords and Facebook at the moment. You don't really want to go out there if you've never done this before. And if you are interested in getting deeper down this rabbit hole, I suggest checking out maybe Source Dynasty, where we get really, really, really into this. That's more of a ad buying and business course. So checking out other PPC courses out there on the web. Now, what we want to do is I'm just going to use this lead page right here for this example, but let's just imagine we are sending this to a page that has the insane offer on it. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to turn on newsfeed ads because those are my favorite to use. And I'm just going to use a desktop newsfeed right here. I'm going to connect it to the 24-hour source wave page. Now, what I'm just going to fill out this headline real quick so I kind of just show you what we got going on right here. Look at the newsfeed one. So anyways, we're going to act like this is our ad right here. And we want something that's related to the niche. So if you have something for dentist or something, have a picture of dentists and stuff. You also want your page that you have to build a Facebook page before running this type of ad. Make it something about whatever the niche you're targeting it is. So, really quickly. All right. So what I can do really quickly, I can make an ad for dentist Texas, or dentist or surgeons in Texas. Let's just do that. Texas surgeons. All right. Or no. Free leads for Texas surgeons. All right, and so it goes a little bit over, so I'm going to pause real quick and write out the entire ad. right, you can see I've written out the ad right now. Now you can see the headline right here, $0 leads for Texas surgeons. And it's a little bit bigger when it actually gets posted on Facebook's site. It also says right here, Texas surgeons, we want to send you a wave of new clients for 100% free. Click to see how. And you can see right here, for a limited time, we are offloading hot qualified surgical client leads from Google to 3 surgeons in the Texas area. So just like that, very simple ad that you'd have to be a complete idiot to not click on if you were a surgeon who wanted clients. With that also being said, the picture you want to use, maybe something like this, shows like a picture of a surgeon, says free leads. Just try a bunch of different pictures that kind of stress the main point in like almost meme text underneath that. And if you don't know what meme texts are, just the font's impact with black outline, just white font, just written on the ad itself. Very, very simple. Now, what we don't want to do is we just want to target very simple audiences. All right, for example, I have the audience right here. I'm just going to type in AAPS. This is a custom audience in Facebook. It's the American Association of Plastic Surgeons. And I could also go right here, plastic surgeon. Oops, I don't want to go in languages. Come on there, Alex. Plastic surgeon. And I can go right here, American Society of Plastic Surgeons. So I can go right there, and I'll take away that one right there since you might not know how to do custom audiences. See right here, I have a potential reach of 58,000 people. Now, is every one of these people going to be a surgeon? No, but I'd say maybe 2,000 to 5,000 of them are. Great. Now, what I want to do just for this specific one, I want to go right here and I want to make the age probably higher than 27. Okay. No max really, because surgeons can be kind of old. We also want to go down, and we can even go down to job status and stuff like that, but sometimes those aren't too accurate, especially in these age groups where people just won't fill out all their information on Facebook. We also want to look at some more, schools. We can look at the schools they attended, their major, education level, of course, attending college. We can kind of specifically narrow it down to a century. I don't know. We can go like, I don't know. I don't know what to there. I usually just use the audiences right there. But we can narrow it down to if they graduated college, all that kind of stuff. So that will also narrow it down at the same time. So very, very easy way to do that. Then all you really need to do, guys, is you need to spend maybe $10 a day on an ad like this, tops. Because honestly, there aren't going to be too many people clicking it who are not surgeons. And that is basically all there is to it, guys. It's very, very simple when you write a crazy ad like that, which is like $0 leads for Texas surgeons. Now, one thing I also want to say is I included Texas surgeons on there. And if I go right here, I can also put locations, Texas, and very easy like that, we can narrow it down to 3,400 people in here. So a very easy way to get your ads even more targeted. And as more targeted our ads are, the better click-through rate and more qualified the leads we're going to get coming through it are. So very simple. Now what I also want to show you to do is how to set up a lead page to very simply do this. All right, what we're looking at is called a lead page. And this is basically just a business where you can create opt-in pages, buy buttons, anything without knowing any HTML skill. It's very, very neat. It's very simple. You can see right here I'm using this one to sell Source Infinitum, which was one of our memberships. We're going to use this a bit differently. And what I'm going to do is go edit this page really quickly so you can see what I'm talking about and how I would do this. Okay, so you see this page right here, and what you're going to see is you see this page. And basically what I've done, I put a short video, and I can change the headline to something like, how you can get 100% free leads in your area today for surgery, or something insane. Just you want to come up with some crazy headline that doesn't even make sense. All right, so how you can get 100% free leads in your area today for surgery. Everyone from Google, and send them to you. Looking for surgeons in Google and send them to you. So very simple. We explain how they can do it, and we just explain how we're going to do it. Then I make a short video explaining how we're going to do that, the type of results that I can get them, maybe showing a few example rankings and saying, look, for 20 bucks a day, you can go below and you pay that 20 bucks and we'll rank you for a search right now. What's going to happen after you pay 20 bucks? You'll be taken to an appointment form. You sign up to fill out the appointment form, and we get going right away. Something like that. Or, hey, you click below for free. It will take you to an appointment form. You fill out an appointment, and we'll pick out your search right now, and we'll start ranking you today. That's all you have to do. Something like that. It's an insane offer no one can turn down. Then simply link this to a opt-in, or link this to your website, or an Aweber form, or anything like that. And that is all there is to it, guys. It's very, very simple. Then when they go through, follow the pitch. There you go. You have just completed a very, very simple way to go out there and get clients. You now have qualified clients who are interested in SEO coming to you. You have a way to branch out all the reasons why they say no, and you have a way to gain their trust and then get them on it for $1,000 a month and get them to choose you over any other SEO professional in your area simply by following this. This little system I just showed you butts out essentially every other SEO in the area. They just can't compete with it because they don't understand how to do it. So with that being said, this is kind of an advanced sales tactic you can use. You just use essentially the same thing if you're calling from the phone, and that's all there is to it. So this is Becker. Thanks for checking this out, and this kind of ends the client section. Talk soon.